Metal footfalls. Impacts at the base of the world. Ace, you work your way back from the outside, where everything is ash and silence, into that large metal coffin. You and Theo sneak your way back inside, successfully avoiding the floors of death, compulsion, logic, as well as beasts. You try to press your presence even further as you reach the floors reserved for the two upper courts. And as you do, you hear a voice resound around the corner. Welcome back, you two. Voice changer, audibly. A click as it slides into place.
Yeah. Glad to be back.
You have fun on your little expedition?
It was nice to stretch my legs a little bit.
He looks down at your mechanical suit. Starts to walk. Well, I don't know exactly what you were doing out there, but the Queen's asked for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's, compulsion threw me in the trash compactor. I crawled my way out.
Really?
Yeah.
You take one step towards the bottom of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Knight actually turns and looks facing you. Ace.
Yes.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
About how this world will be fine just because it has Riddle and Willow in it.
Yeah.
It's simplistic thinking like that that's holding you back. He points. Even I can recognize something. I'm a D or C rank fighter. But over the last few months, I've been able to catch up and surpass you. I think if it came down to a fight, I could take you down without even having to fight to begin with. Because you've got flaws, same as everybody else up there.
Well, you see, maybe you're just thinking things too complex.
Really? He taps the side of his head. Sorry, brain's all I've got. And when it comes down to it, people like Riddle and Willow, you feel the aura in the air shift, golden flame billowing out. Well, they might know themselves to some extent. But you think someone like Willow ever really fully came back from dying? Think about it, honestly. She might fight strong, she might swing her limbs around, but just the same, an event like that, how do you crawl back from something like that? And Riddle with that condition of hers. She might be a decent strategist, but she doesn't really know herself functionally. How could she? His finger intensifies. His posture growing more arching, imposing, pointing down on you from above. It's just the same. You're actually the worst of them.
How so?
Sort of clenches his fist, brings it up to his face, and then places a finger on his jawline. In order to surpass one's limits, one has to acknowledge them to begin with. You don't really think you can lose, do you?
Well, when I'm fighting people like you who don't even comprehend what I'm capable of, I don't think I can lose.
He sort of nods. Pretty much exactly what I'm talking about. In order to dodge a roadblock, you have to acknowledge its existence. You'll never grow beyond the state that you're currently at until you realize, my friend, you've reached the end.
Well, when you throw a roadblock at me, then I'll just overcome it. Sadly, none of you have been able to do that yet.
He sort of like relaxes his posture. Ah. Well, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Here's hoping, I guess, we can challenge you adequately more in the future. Gotta add enrichment to your enclosure or whatever. He starts to like walk forwards. Come on, Queen wants to see you for God knows what reason.
Mm-hmm. If she complains about me being late, I know who to blame.
You like Theo's eyes sort of like watch you carefully. They slit open for a moment, and she seems to reflect on a conversation you had just earlier. Be careful, she whispers over.
Why? What is there to be careful about?
Watch out for their goading. All of them. They're trying to get something from you.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with giving it to him?
The Golden Knight sort of stops at the end of the hall, tapping his foot. Ah. Right. Forgot the core part of my thesis. He turns. Regardless of how well things go, and regardless of how strong you get, unfortunately, OPIA isn't long for this world. More than anything else, if you're hoping for us to provide you a road to overcome, I think that's gonna be hard. After all, the whole thing's gonna get ripped down from the inside. Sorry, legs aren't strong enough to hold all the disasters you've been carrying. He sort of salutes and starts to walk off. And elsewhere in the world. Basil. You watch as the various bodies interlink in front of you, pulling themselves together into a gigantic form. It towers above you, touching down, and you look at its face, identical to your own.
Oh. I didn't think I'd have to fight again so soon.
It raises an arm.
Well, I guess you don't want to talk then?
It swings. Cam.
Yes.
The call came in a few minutes ago. List reporting a large number of bodies before combat was joined with Basilisk Kid and some unknown creature. Apparently, some sort of towering automaton now is rampaging around the abandoned district, with Basil and List providing interference. What do you do?
Cam gets a serious look on his face. And he's like, oh, I see. He actually opens up his phone, or his, holopad, and he actually opens up his messages with Mike, Treble, and Riddle. And he sends out a message that's like, hey. And he says this out loud to Jean, and he goes, hey, could you guys look after Basil for me? I think Lace is about to die.
Mike over the comms, chimes in immediately, go after is Lace was with Ace, right?
Lace is currently alone with Ace Galatine.
Okay, Mike clicks off. The call goes through as Cam, you sprint in their direction as Trouble.
Yeah.
You and Riddle get a call.
Mm-hmm.
Riddle sort of sits up mid reading her passage okay. She lightly pulls herself to her feet where are they?
Calm down. Trouble puts a finger up. Riddle just woke up, right?
She just woke up. She is still
Still-
shaky.
Yeah, she still isn't like awake enough to be a person.
Yeah.
Treble reads the line, Lace is currently alone with a Scalatine, and has the same realization that Cam had. Her pattern recognition, immediately picking up on it. The same thing Mike and Riddle both probably also had. And she's like, okay. 1, you can't go out yet.
Her eyes, like, sort of drift over to you.
You're still not conscious enough.
She, like, sort of, like, stumbles on her feet.
Treble literally stands up and guides her back to sitting down.
You. She touches back down on the couch. Is there anything we can do?
Okay, it looks like Cam is asking people to look after Basil until he can confirm Lace's safety. Theoretically, Lace should be able to beat Ace in a fight pretty easily, but I see what he's saying. The pattern recognition is there. If it's anything like all the other times, she will probably die if we don't go and see her. Okay, he's heading that direction. You stay here. I will keep myself on comms. If something happens, I will warp over there. But you need to stay here. They need to be able to solve this one without you this time.
Riddle's, like, gaze sort of drifts away. I think Willow's in the area. Could you tell him?
Yeah. Treble opens up her comms and is going to message Willow.
Over here. Outside the rave. Willow, you get a message on your comms.
Willow, where are you currently? Can I have coordinates for your location?
I'm in front of the rave.
Oh, are you in the Undercity?
Yeah.
By the Rangers? Okay. Can you head down? She's gonna start giving you directions. Basilisk Id is currently being assaulted with Lysileus and they need backup.
Oh shit. Okay. Bad news, everyone. I gotta go help Basil. She's
No
getting
rave.
messed up. Yeah, I'm sorry. No rave.
No, it's okay. You want backup?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, yeah, sure. Looks over to
Truly a
Logan.
tragedy.
Mind if I hop on too? Logan, you good?
Of course, I can also provide backup if need be.
Oh! Awesome.
Logan,
Okay.
you wanna hop on my beetle?
Let me grab the beetle.
Sorry, Char. You're gonna have to walk.
No, it's okay. I can run. Logan, you're probably better off here, right?
I can. He sort of gets his data pad going. Kind of, you hear all the click in your ears. I'll be on comms. I can assist from here. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna start running. You take off as boom, the beetle unfolds, and you and Twice hop on the back of it. And as you go, you have the strangest sensation. Your beetle starts to fly as you look over, and for a moment, you're pretty sure you see it. A figure standing on the far side of the road, very calmly, as the van passes by, and as it does, his figure seems to disappear. And a split second later, it seems like time itself unpauses as your beetle drives itself deeper into the district.
I'm gonna find you.
Meanwhile, or not meanwhile, slightly earlier. Yeah. Ace!
Surely nothing bad is going to happen.
Surely nothing bad is gonna happen. You two start to move your way deeper into this segment of the abandoned district. This area, sort of like actually nearby the coda, is overgrown with vegetation that does not belong in this world. Even looking at this stuff causes mild amounts of burn. You would normally feel it spiking up around you, but with you in your current state, this place is no longer a biohazard for you.
Yeah.
You were told to avoid this area for the longest time, but right now it's just, well, beautiful. You walk your way forwards, and as you and Lace travel, Ace, give me a roll to die.
Wow, I'm good at those because
You're really good at. You're so good at
wait.
these.
I don't
now.
have one of those stats.
Yeah, no. Do me a favor. Would you mind? Actually, no. I'll remove it from your character sheet. Would you mind telling me which attribute I'll be removing?
The red. The weak protect the strong.
Hit that
Stat
button
about-
again for me.
Yeah. A stat about sacrifice doesn't really hold as much weight when you have nothing left to lose. So, yeah, there we go.
You know.
Same number.
Thunk.
In that blue.
You stub all of your toes against the rock in front of you.
Ah.
It hurts. Oh God, it hurts.
That's
What's up? What's happening?
Just the world's gotten a lot clunkier.
The world, huh? She like looks back and forth. Oh, I understand. Recently, I skinned my knee for the first time. Afterwards, it was very distressing.
Yeah, I guess it's something kind of like that.
She sort of like leaps in the air and touches down on top of this and starts to like balance her way across. You look at this person in front of you. Ace, describe to me how you're adjusting to your new body.
It sucks. Imagine what it feels like to like live in a house and then have like the doorways and stuff be moved to like, you know, like inches to the right or left. So it's like you're like, oh man, I'm used to walking down this hallway and then constantly bumping into things because you're like, I swear this was like not here before, right?
Yeah.
Ace is operating on one less sense than usual, and it's causing him to be a tiny bit more clumsy than normal.
You absolutely have felt the grace leave your body, and looking back at the rock, now freshly pulverized due to a combination of boot and strength, it feels like, your aptitudes have shifted entirely, and as a result, your body is sluggish, heavy. It's so heavy. Ace, give me another roll to die.
Yippee!
Yippee! You feel that weight sort of pull you down, and you take another step forwards, foot catching heavily on the ground. And you feel a different resonant quality move throughout you. There's something wrong.
With me?
Funny question. You feel a hand touch down on your shoulder and start to move its way past. It brushes past you with emotion, and you feel a sensation building in your gut. You felt this before. Lace has the same, almost transient quality about her that conjured a certain impulse a while back on a train. Right now, in this moment, even in the heaviness that moves throughout your body, you feel the sensation that if you take even one step closer to her, you will crush her head like a watermelon. What do you do?
Fuck. Ace is going to God, this is such a dangerous location, but honestly, it's a lot safer without him here. So Ace is going to feel that urge and just be like, sorry, gotta go. And he's going to, I'm gonna spend 5 flame to just get the fuck out.
You spend, okay. You're gonna spend 5 flame to get the fuck out. Okay.
Yeah.
You warp out and you take this thing with you. You touch down up here and you start to move. And as you do, you don't even give her a chance to react, respond, nothing. You simply vanish and start moving. And as you go, Ace, you run into the abandoned district on your own.
At the end of the day, Lace can just float away from any problems.
As you move,
Oh god.
you feel the flame leave your body and lick up and around your eyes.
God.
You look at your surroundings, and you see the nearby country of Ciala burning, a storm ripping away on its outsides.
Again. Ace kind of grabs his head, looking at this scene. Familiar. He's seen it many times. Ciala, he knows that now. After visiting it with Riddle, after seeing those visions, this problem is only inevitable, as what Ace is going to do is just do what he's always done in this vision, dream, or whatever. He's just going to keep moving forward and try to go through the flame.
You press through the flame. You feel the rain start to alight around you. As you continue to press onwards, the flame rips away from your away at your body, and you feel that presence approaching you from behind. It's so heavy. It's so heavy.
He is just going to keep moving forward, because that's pretty much the only thing you can do in this situation. Just try to make distance from whatever's happening moving forward, because at the end of the day, when he's been here before, the end is always the end.
You continue to walk forwards through the flames, now allowing them to fully engulf your body. Ace, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
This fire around you, normally that worked as a chain to weigh down that thing behind you. You no longer have the fire. It's left your body. The storm puts the flame out. You find yourself on the other side. The being continues to walk with you. You had willpower to hold this thing back. You had focus and discipline. You had every gift handed to Ace Galatine to stop this thing from doing what it wants to do. How do you hold it back now?
How does he hold it back now? Fuck. God.
Hmm.
How do you hold something back? That is...
When you've lost everything.
Yep. I guess the best thing to do is to keep just trying to ignore its existence.
Ignore it. Keep moving forwards. You pull yourself deeper into the district. Images of it and Ciala almost intermingling. Flame leaving your body. Give me another roll to die.
Yippee!
Ace, you're rolling like fire. Give me a roll to do.
Roll to do? Yeah, boy.
Oh! Ace, okay. You continue moving. And as you do, you find yourself at the terminating point of this vision. It always ends here, right?
Yeah. Ace is gonna look at the tree and wait for something to come at him.
You wait, but nothing comes. Looking around at the area around, your expectation is, I'll be ambushed here. Someone will attack me. But you look across the way. You can tell. This is your vision of the future. A sight that's guided you up to this point. A wellspring that has produced so many wondrous points of logic. Isolation, reality break, Ciala, even some of your future allies, you believe they were all divined from this vision. But experientially, the vision has changed. You see the end point again. Riddle Arendite is pinned to a rock by a blade. She no longer moves. But the figure sitting on the far side, adorned with a mask, is someone you've never seen before. Lightly, the figure waves at you and stands. Ace, give me a roll to do.
Oh god. Yeah. 18.
You continue to roll really good. Okay. What do you do in this instance? You can push back against this vision or this illusion.
God. So, he's gonna do what he always does during this time and try to call on Sea Gazer.
You try to call on Sea Gazer. Nothing forms in your palm. Instead, the figure ahead holds out his hand. Sea Gazer forming base first, he charges at you, ducking down, disturbing the water.
Well, fuck.
The attack comes. Give me a roll to die.
Roll to die.
The strike hits you and you begin to hemorrhage flame.
Oh god. So hemorrhaging flame. Oh god. The only thing you can really do is try to spray this guy with it. You might as well make some use of it.
Give me a roll to do, Ace.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ace, you start to lose fire at a rapid rate. It feels like your body is dying again. You know the sensation. You know it dearly. And as the flame leaves your body, you feel someone else's presence leaving it as well. You can take one parting gift from Mike. What'll it be?
One parting gift?
Yes.
God. To let me just stay here for a little bit longer.
You reach out and grip the flame leaving your body, trying to force it back in. You want to understand this vision. You want to understand what it means. You connect to Mike, pulling the flame into yourself, and see a momentary vision of her own. It bubbles to the surface, almost like a thick swamp.
God.
You pull something from Mike's memories. She remains motionless on her bed, almost cool and quiet. Time over the last few days has seemed to run so fast. Even as OPIA's reopened, she's only found maybe a moment or two to herself. She was only supposed to duck away for a short while, but that short while turned to something significantly longer. That grew longer and longer and longer, and eventually she just lies there, still. It's a process she's repeated again and again since her days in Ciala. You feel what it's like in this moment to be Mike. You feel the weight in her own body. Ace, I don't know exactly what you thought of Mike visiting you. Whether you thought she had ulterior motives or something else, or maybe, hell, she sensed a kindred spirit. She remains lying on the bed, staring at the ceiling. Moving's hard. Even going and re-engaging with the rest of OPIA is difficult. She just needs a little while longer. A little while turns into an hour into a few. She remains nestled firmly in her bed, eyes still staring open at the ceiling. It's a quiet thing, but she's terrified of something. It keeps her locked in place. She's worried that the earnestness with which she pursues her smile will be underestimated if they see this side of her. The flame reintegrates itself with you. And this vision in front of you seems to fade a little bit. A lot of the fear and ferocity dying away. You can lie here a little while longer.
Lie here, motionless. God, this isn't what I wanted. Whoever you are, Deca, whoever I encounter here always stops me right here. I never see what's farther than this. I never see what you guys are so, like, caught up protecting.
A whisper emits from this mask. The world. The future.
God. He looks at Ciala burning around, Riddle dead over there, pinned to a rock. Whoever this asshole is with Sea Gazer, and says, probably as he's dying, the future. This isn't the future I want.
Give me a roll to do. Push back.
Okay. 20.
Your body falls backwards and lands in the water. So heavy. Splash. You go.
Ace is gonna try to move. How does it feel?
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me you hit the water and hold still down there. It feels like you died, truly, but for some reason, you can still move. Limbs twitch. Breath catches.
That hasn't stopped me before. So what I want to do is I want, at least right now, for Ace to try to move over to Riddle.
Ooh, excellent. You start to move towards her. This figure watching you. Give me a roll to do.
Okay. 21.
You drive yourself forwards as the figure tries to pull you back, but Lost, this is not an act of grace. This is not a moment that you jump forwards. You simply lower yourself into the muck and drag. And like that, you make it over to her. What do you do?
Oh, God. He slowly crawls over to Riddle. Is Riddle dead? Is Riddle alive?
She's not moving, that's for sure.
God. You know, out of all the times I've kind of seen this is kind of the most fucked up it's been.
You've seen this vision a lot. Cut in half. Head cleaved off. This time, pinned to the wall.
You know, usually when we get to this point, you're behind me. But honestly, it's progress. Good job taking initiative.
You pull yourself up out of the water, and for a moment, you see her. The blade stuck in her. Looks familiar, yet so different. Looks like Sea Gazer, but it's odd. Reforged. Not decayed.
Not decayed.
No rust.
This is kind of fucked up. And what Ace is going to do is... Sorry, Riddle. I'm gonna have to do this. I'll give it back later, I guess. And he's gonna pull the sword out of Riddle.
You reach your hand out, rip the sword out of Riddle, and level it. A Sea Gazer versus a Sea Gazer. The figure ahead darts forward, and give me one last roll to do.
Alright.
Boom! The attacks clash, beams of light intersecting as your body meets the other. The lightning intensifies in the sky. You know you only have moments.
The beams in the
And-
sky.
Hold
Oh,
on. Let me do something really quick. The two of you engage, pressing two blades together, and then you feel a presence on your shoulder, a hand, and a stare, your eyes to hers. Give me my sword back. She throws her arms around you, and the two of you dive down into the water together with a loud splash. And Ace,
yeah.
the splash winds up clearing your head. Ugh, you're in water. You're in water somewhere.
Am I
Hold on,
underwater?
let me- yeah, you're underwater. Yeah, you're underwater, Ace.
Do I even need to breathe anymore?
You reflect on this question. Probably not, because you have been underwater and have been likely soaking in a lot of liquids. So yeah, you're probably fine.
You're not drowning.
You're not drowning.
Haha.
I hate to get this outfit so wet. I'm gonna just crawl out of here. God. Yeah, I don't need to breathe, but I guess the water still gets trapped in there.
Yep, it does. It's awkward. Talking is difficult. Breathing is harder. All of your old instincts are sort of like one fighting the other. You look around. Where are you right now?
Is this the abandoned? No.
It still seems like the abandoned district, maybe a little deeper in.
Yeah.
You give me a roll to die.
Okay. Boop. 11.
11. You immediately sense someone's presence. Hi! She waves from the top of a nearby train car.
I don't be here. Get away.
She blinks and she's like, oh, I think it's fine actually. She watches you with a big smile on her face.
Yeah.
And then sort of touches down and like moves her way over. And you're like, oh god, I'm gonna do... You look down at yourself. Drenched. Half drowned. Still a corpse. That impulse seems gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Nothing like a little water to douse the flame.
You think this to yourself, and she's like, so, I was a little worried you'd freak out and, like, try to blow me up or something, but,
Almost did.
yeah. And then you ran across the city really fast, and while hallucinating, threw yourself in a lake, and then snapped out of it.
Yeah. Kind of.
So? Huh. Okay, I think I can trust you now, she says with a smile.
You didn't trust me before?
No. Based on what you just tried to do, you could probably rip my head off.
And you knew that before even coming here?
I had an inclination. I'm familiar enough with Sea Gazer.
I'm not.
Oh. She sort of smiles. She's like, okay, so, where do I start? She, like, lightly taps her foot. Ace. The answer you gave. When there's nothing left, when you have no fire, when you have no gifts given to Ace Galatine, what remains to pull you out of a situation like that? You agreed to keep moving forwards. Your will tightened on and continued trudging endlessly forwards. You actually feel a strange amount of contentment spread throughout your body. The flame might be gone. Your willpower isn't. That is something that, regardless of whatever hallucination is thrown your way, you will not lose. You did not break. You ran all the way over here, and as pathetic as it might have seemed, you stopped yourself from hurting this person. You slowly shake off like a wet dog.
I mean, Last time I jumped out of a train.
Yeah, there's one thing you're good at in instances like this, separating yourself from the issue. It's like, okay, so I think everyone's gonna be headed over in our direction because well, I called in what was happening. I basically said you took off extremely rapidly, and then I'm fine. But I think they'll probably come to check anyway. Let's just walks over, pats the ground next to the train car a few times. Let's just sit and wait for pickup.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry about that. The reason I picked you in the first place is that, like, you know, even if I did try to, I don't know, bite you or crush you could just float away if you really wanted, if you like jumped hard enough, probably.
Yeah. She's nodding repeatedly. Though, based on how powerfully your legs took off back there, I think you could probably catch me.
I you know, there's a lot of things to think about. One of those is definitely it. I chose not to because it made me feel more comfortable.
That makes sense. She's like, well, okay, so I guess I'll be honest with you about a few things. First of all, I do know Seagazer. She puts up her hands.
I mean, that's good. That's why I brought you out here to ask you that question.
Really?
Yeah. You said stuff about Seagazer and the Witch of Destruction and...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want answers for all the cryptic things I was saying. Okay.
I mean...
She's like...
Typically people say cryptic things just wanting people to ask what the cryptic things are.
Okay, I might have had some ulterior motives there. I wanted to see if you were worthy of being trusted.
And? You deemed me worthy of being trusted?
Yeah, because despite all of your situations, I can tell in terms of willpower, you're good. She nods.
I mean, that's okay, good.
She's like, I think only someone like that could be Seagazer's partner to begin. She sort of mutters.
I mean, that makes sense. Seagazer doesn't seem like the nicest thing in the world.
She's... It's hard to say.
A bitch?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Sorry.
She like flutters back and forth, moving through the air. Okay, as a celebration of a job well done, avoiding murdering me, I'll say this. She like floats. She floats in her spot. Seagazer is one reflection, one of many, but she's a rather special one. She's based on a theoretical demonic arm, one that never came into existence properly.
Yeah.
This made her an exceptionally good candidate for one specific role. Let's call it the Witch of Destruction. She says with a big smile on her face.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's a very important job. It means she's going to wear 100,000 masks in the future and manage 100,000 different problems for as long as this world has left. Seagazer is, let's call her a liaison between the second tormented and this world. She floats over and touches down on the corner of the train car and starts kicking her legs. Reflections are all the domain of the second tormented. Think of her as, your weapons dealer. She kicks her legs.
Okay. So she's someone looking through the looking glass?
Yep. Always, at all times. She's the manager of every single reflection there is. Not like personally. It's Every reflection functionally contains a new, wonderful person. Seagazer is let's call her the administrator. The one that if there's a problem, she shows up to iron out, the issues.
Okay. That's interesting to know. That is what they are. That's good, but it's not kind of what I'm looking for.
She floats over. That's why you're a mystery. She starts poking your chest repeatedly. Why is your flame so intrinsically linked with a person like that? Who did this to you and why? It's a mystery that's bothering me a lot.
And you don't have the answers?
No, but I want to find them out.
I mean, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
I thought you would have the answers, but
I know Seagazer's side of things. I know what a witch of destruction is, but why you? Why were you chosen for this role? Why were you pulled into the trajectory of her fate? Or maybe why was she pulled into yours? Why are you two sides of the same coin?
Because nothing can be simple.
I'm so sorry about the curse of being a Scalatine. She says with a very sympathetic smile.
It's
I think
fine.
Well, normally I'd go, probably it isn't, but based on how you handled it, maybe it is. So long as you don't mind going for, she motions over to the water. A bath occasionally.
I mean, it's good for you.
So, tell me what you saw. Tell me what you saw while you were hallucinating.
I'm not really sure I can do that.
Oh. Why not?
Do you experience burn?
I do.
Yeah.
You should tell me a little bit at a time. Use pretty metaphors. Talk cryptically. She starts shaking you.
Do you believe the future is something that is pre-written or is something that can be seen?
I believe it can be predicted to a certain point of accuracy, but not depicted with perfect clarity, no.
What I thought was just a nightmare might actually just be something a little bit more than a nightmare.
Oh. She lightly oohs, following behind you. And this involves Seagazer?
Potentially. Seagazer tends to be there. It's how I know Seagazer exists.
And your loss of control.
Yeah. That might be related, might not, I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I guess loss of control isn't really an adequate thing to call it. Ace.
Lace.
She hears the rhyming and then gets the smile on her face for a second. She's like, do you remember that speech that Riddle gave the other day?
Riddle gives a lot of speeches.
Yeah. She just confirms. No matter what happens, keep moving forward, right?
I mean, I like to think I keep moving forward.
She nods. You think back to the flame. You think back to how your strategy was the only way past is through. Like an unstoppable train, you kept driving yourself forwards into that blaze. She's like, no matter how complicated things get, keep that spirit, all right?
It's the only thing I got.
I'm here to help if you need it. Also, if you know anything about, why any of this is happening to you, let me know.
Trust me, if once I figure it out, I'll either be dead or
happy.
I mean, or there'll be a problem that we all have to face.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
I'm pretty sure if what is happening to me becomes out in the open or something, it's going to be an issue for all of us to kind of tackle, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah. She actually smiles at you a lot. She's like, huh.
don't like that.
Sorry, I'm just something of a... Or I was something of a loner. Mostly, I just... Solutions to my problems were something clever that I need to piece out in my own brain. Hearing you say something like, if it comes out in the open, it's a problem we'll all tackle together, it's kind of reassuring.
I mean, it's not me saying that we're gonna do it together as in, like, we're a team, we can pull through of it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying my issues are so big that you can't really ignore it.
Aren't those the same things viewed from a different angle?
I mean, I guess, but one's a lot more pleasant than the other.
That's why different viewpoints are nice. You could be upset about the giant mess that you bring, while other people can be upset, or I guess pleased at the fact that they can tackle a big problem together.
Yeah.
Glass half full, glass half empty. Hey, Ace.
Mm-hmm.
If your flame's gone, are you a glass half full or a glass half empty? She points at you.
I think I'm just an empty glass, Lace.
Oh. And from down the way, two people head down the train tracks, covered in sweat. Gina's perspiring heavily.
Cam is waving at the two of you in the distance, like, oh my god, are you guys okay?
Lace is like,
He runs
yeah.
through Lace and, like, picks her up and turns her around.
Holy shit.
I told you I could carry you, but you wouldn't take it.
Ace,
Yes.
do you need to top off? How's your flame doing?
My
Yeah,
flame's,
how's your flame?
my flame's fine.
Your flame's doing great, actually. It feels like when you reabsorb that segment of Mike, the bleeding stopped. You saw a part of her, maybe that she didn't want to share necessarily, but you integrated it into yourself. You're fine. Your flame is okay.
It's amazing what drowning will do.
What, off of his brow? Oh, thank god, I thought you were gonna die. He says, looking over at Lace.
Yeah, Ace seemed to lose control for a split second, and then took himself out of the equation, jumped from building top to building top, slammed through like a water tower, like crushed a car, and then jumped and landed in the water here. And when he crawled out, he was fine again.
Alright, that's great. Oh, yeah. I was so sure you were gonna kill her. He says, coming over, he like pats you on the back several times, like he's really proud of you.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, no, we were pretty sure, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone knew pretty immediately when the two of you were alone that you were gonna kill her. It's really impressive that you didn't.
Am I allowed to act cocky and say that I had perfect faith in him?
You guys let me walk out with Lace and thought I would kill her?
Like I said, I had perfect faith in you.
I think you two would be left alone, but the second the emergency with Basil happened, all of my pattern recognition started, and I realized the mistake I made.
Oh, I was just willing to let you try.
I also did think, like, before the stuff with Basil started, and I realized that was, you know. Anyway, he does a hand gesture, like it's obvious what he's talking about, and he's like, I did think, yeah, Lace can take him. But then when the Basil stuff started, I went, oh yeah, this is the part where fate makes it so she dies no matter what. So I came running.
Based on the potency of his actions that I saw while he was running away, I think it'd be a closer fight than I originally anticipated.
Really? He looks shocked.
She nods at you, nods at Ace. I think if he really wanted to, he could.
Oh, okay, then I guess I need to be a little more worried.
But which is all fine because I have complete control and I'm strong enough to not do that.
She lights up. Jean's like, utter faith. Hold on.
Maybe you two being alone in precarious situations isn't the smartest thing in the world.
I mean, if you keep me from Lace, you'd have to keep me from Riddle too.
Yeah, I know.
But I jumped out of a train for Riddle, so...
I know, I'm not saying, like, you can't go near them. I'm just saying, like, you know, don't get into precarious situations, I guess. He shrugs. How are you feeling? He looks over at you and starts examining you. You said your flame's good, right? You
Yeah.
You jumped through a water tower? He starts examining you.
Yeah, I can't drown.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Breathe underwater, so same.
Really? Hold on, I need to know how and why. Wait a second. Pauses, looks at you two. We're in the middle of a situation.
Yeah, I was about to say, you
Right! Lace's eyes light up.
you were saying you were
Yeah.
talking about the basil thing, but I assumed it was already done with. But by the
No,
fact
it's
no.
still
that
happening, but Basil isn't the kind of person that will just die, so it's okay.
I mean, yeah, but you should probably like.
Yeah, we can walk and talk. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you were doing okay.
No walking and talking. Let's just go run.
Cam
It's-
starts running again. Oh, Jean, do you want me to carry you?
Oh dear God, yes.
Straight up and starts running.
Lace starts bouncing next to you guys and like looking and smiling backwards at you all. She like weirdly she's gonna do a gesture. She places a finger to her lips and like blows a kiss while doing like a shh motion. And then gives you a big smile and continues moving on. Jean, in your arms. What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Oh. He turns and looks at you, Ace.
What's up?
Oh, that's interesting. Did she tell you?
Tell me.
Okay.
Look,
He just keeps running.
tell me. She has a lot of things.
Did she tell you about... He thinks for a couple seconds the term to use. The Archivist?
Yeah.
Or what was it that she was calling her? The Witch of Destruction?
Yeah. Many names: Sea Gazer, Witch Destruction, Reflection, Baby Care.
Oh! She told you about all of that? Welcome to the party! He's just running alongside you.
Lace continues bouncing ahead. As you sprint, like, Ace, do you expend any flame to get there faster, or do you just run your fine ass over normal?
I'll expend some flame to get there faster. Why not? Fuck it.
You just explode past everyone else and, hold on, let me, dramatic effect. You're moving, bouncing down the train tracks, and you poof, blow past even Lace, and she go, woo! Like, in the draft, she winds up flying backwards and rejoining Cam and Jean.
Cam reaches up and grabs her so she doesn't float away.
Slightly earlier. Hey, Brennan, you ready?
Can we actually take our first break so I can put
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids to bed?
Oh, yeah. Let's take our first break then. We're
Thank
taking
you.
our first break. For the first time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna ask if he's ready. And I'm glad I did because it, Jesus, yeah.
I felt the timing and I was like, oh, no, this is going to happen
Yeah.
exactly at
This is
time,
good.
so-
Yep.
Okay, I want everyone to know. I have to say it because I think it's really, really funny. Cam wanted to say, did she tell you about my mother-in-law?
Oh my god.
Good fucking sequence. Ace killed that encounter. Cam and Ace are interesting as a team focused around their burn immunity. Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Bam, bam, bam.
I'm a skeleton.
It's just one of the words that came to his head. He's like, I need to think of what term to use to refer to this situation to see how he responds. And one of them he wanted to say was mother-in-law. And I was like, Cam, that makes no fucking sense.
Cam, like-
No, it does, dude. Sea Gazer, First Water. Like, what is water but the child of the sea? Math checks out.
He was like, I think if I say that, I will just confuse him more. I need to find a different word.
Someone in chat says if Ace has to fight himself, who loses?
we all lose and also win. I'm looking at fan art because I can't help myself. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the fucking best.
Also, Cam like, oh, this is the part where Ace murders Lace. I need to go make sure that doesn't happen.
I was so confused because you guys were like, "Oh yeah, of course, this is where Ace murders Lace," and I was just like, "What the fuck, dude? I don't know anything."
And then it happened, and it happened exactly as he thought. Except for you just were strong enough. And he was
Ace immediately just being like, "I'm removing myself from the situation. This is not going to be a problem." I'm like, wow, right move.
You actually just earned so many points with Cam. Because you saw Cam and immediately went, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, Ace is gonna kill Lace. I gotta go. And then you didn't. And he's like, wow, okay, hell yeah, get it, King.
No, literally, you looked at your kit and you're like, okay, this is a situation. I'm out.
Yeah, I was like,
literally, it's the jump out of the train instinct.
It's like,
oh my god.
oh fuck.
That's a lot
Whoa.
of bits. I
That's a lot of
can't
fucking
map that.
bits.
25,000?
That's like 250, I think.
Holy shit! Jay, you're an amazing
bad.
storyteller, story maker, and your laugh is damn infectious. I've been throwing bits at a lot of streams lately, so I couldn't leave this out. It's 3 a.m. here, so I'm probably turning into bed soon. Have
Yeah,
a
good.
fucking good night. Holy
For that much, I personally tuck you in.
I flash step into your house and tuck you in, expending 5 flame.
Spending 5 flame.
I want to register that his flash step lets him bleach stand in the air too.
Oh yeah, I can basically, instead of burn now, I have fucking a meter of 100 that goes to 0. When it hits 0, I have no flame and I lose control, but I can spend that meter to do things like spending 5 of it to basically teleport 100 feet.
Yeah.
And then there's one that allows me to stand in the fucking air. There's like, it lets me do a bunch of other stuff too. You can check it out on the Patreon, I think.
Yeah, you can check out Flameless Ace's gifts on the Patreon. All of his skills are written out there. We're gonna probably see all of them.
Oh yeah, I have to pull up the fucking
Dude,
Google
I want
Doc.
you to know how cool Ace is.
Yeah.
It's literally like you saw Treble and Riddle and Cam all go into go mode to keep Ace from killing Lace, and then Ace just proved that he is also on, like, it's like they all just assumed he would lose control and not be able to stop himself. They all just assumed that because of the pattern recognition, and then he just proved to all of them that they can also rely on him
to remove
to remove
himself.
himself from the situation, which is like a game changer.
That was an extremely based play of just
Ace play.
yeah. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a scene. I had shit set up on that. You saw how gorgeous that other map was. Ace like, nah.
Nah, he's really, I don't know. Cam is just like, oh wow, okay, Ace is way more reliable and cool than I was expecting. Not that I didn't think he was reliable and cool, but now I can know I can rely on him to not lose control and kill my loved ones.
Even if he was an asshole, right? Even if, why would he want to kill the person that has the information that he wants to know? You know? You know? It's
even
just-
at his worst. It's just, I like that your default impulse was just, no, I'm leaving, I'm out. I'm like, wow, you're very smart. And like, I was quizzing you at every step of the way, how are you handling this? And you're like, I just keep trucking forward, I keep moving, I get out, I just go through, and I'm like, damn, man.
Just say no and run away, man. Easy.
I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for what's coming.
It's fine. Willow can handle it.
No.
I'm glad I just came back and I hear Willow can handle it. I can handle it.
Willow can't block this overhead for you. Cam is now going to come and hang out with you. You have to deal with this. You have been government assigned his friend now.
No, contrary to popular belief, I think Willow can handle this.
Nah. Willow is also Cam's friend. So Willow can't block this overhead for you.
Yo,
You have
Tiny,
to deal with him showing up at your house at 9 p.m.
You
and
hear-
going, "Hey man, do you want to smoke weed?"
Dude, fucking Tiny, do you hear Golden Knight talking so much shit, dude? He was just
Yeah, I
like,
hear him.
yeah, dude, he's just like fucking, you think Willow can handle all of this, you know? He's like, yeah, Willow can handle it, bro.
Look, solos.
Willow solos, bro. Like, there's no doubt. No doubt in my mind. I like it. It's great.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Jay is not here.
What up?
Okay, good. I rushed for no reason.
Yeah, catch your breath, homie.
Yeah. Boy, I'm having a day, gamers.
Yeah.
You
I'll tell
alright?
you about it sometime.
Yeah.
But it's all good because we're about to pop off.
Yeah. I
All I have
can't
to do is
imagine
save the
Brennan
world.
losing.
Nope.
Okay. We're all here?
Okay. Oh wait, I should get water. Sorry.
Yeah, fucking get water.
Not you not being hydrated.
Not you thinking you can walk up into the stream and fucking not be hydrated, homie.
Yeah, I'll hydrate you myself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So we ready?
I'm sending you a gamble, Jay.
Oh. 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 Oh, yeah, let's go! Me getting a chance to reveal Logan's abilities, which are my favorite.
Yeah. Alright.
Yo.
We ready?
Almost.
Almost.
See?
Oh yeah, you gotta place pogs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like, you know, Willa could have been like, no, actually, you guys go to the rave. I got this.
I solo.
Allow me.
Allow me.
Okay. Okay, Brennan, you ready?
Yeah, let's freaking go.
A large impact disturbs a segment of the city. Basil,
Yeah.
you look down at a towering being that yanks itself up and over the side. It sent you careening onto this rooftop. You lie cratered on the roof. What do?
I fight it.
Okay, give me a roll to die and then a roll to do.
Good thing I'm not injured.
No,
That's not bad though.
that's not bad. Okay, then give me that good old roll to do.
Yeah, that's bad.
Basil, you leap into the air and summon your reflection, cleaving the sky apart, and you bring the axe down on this creature. Lesson 1.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Basil, what does this mean to you?
Well, the first lesson. We ourselves are the sum of our experiences. Cam said that.
Oh.
I am a result of the specific circumstances that I've experienced. And when I lose any of those experiences, that means I'm no longer myself. Those experiences go and I die with them.
You feel an arm connect with your body. You ragdoll through the air, spinning, hitting the corner, and re-angling back down. Give me a roll to do.
Better.
You manage to readjust your footing. Catching yourself in place, you drive your body forwards like a corkscrew, and again, reapproach the creature. Lesson 2. Be something to someone else. Danger.
Yeah, I think Danger said that once. I alone don't define myself. Who I am to others equally creates myself. I am Basil, the Absolute Free Will Project. That's who I am. But I'm also Cam's little sister, Mike's best friend. Who I am to others is also me.
Basil, you feel heat build up around you. And? You feel an impact rock the creature above you as Mike touches down, burning away at it with void flame. She sweeps across the ground next to you and prepares to attack in sequence. Both of you give me rolls to do.
Let's go, Michael.
Oh. Yeah! Tell me what you do in this moment.
Well, she's going to be perfectly synced with whatever Mike does. So,
Oh, excellent.
tell me what Mike does.
Mike slides backwards and breathes out a large exhalation of flame, causing the creature's body to fall through the upper floor, bringing it down to your level. You're now face to face with its, well, gigantic face.
Well, she's not really fighting with her reflection at this point.
No.
She tosses it and slides it across the flame like a surfboard. And she dives into the face of this creature, clawing out its eyes with jagged fingers.
Lesson 3. Strength is the ability to be yourself without sacrifice. Argos.
Argos told me that one. Anything that exists to change my identity is my enemy. My strength is my ability to combat that which wants to alter me.
You hear a hail of gunfire as someone supports you from a nearby roof, firing at the creature with a bone-shaped sniper rifle. Basil, give me another roll to do.
Let's do it.
You close in, Mike closes in, the attacks intensify, and of course, roll for her. The backup finds its mark. Basil, tell me what you do.
As the sniper bolts impact and Mike attacks as well, she's going to take that opportunity since she's already at the head to kind of spin around in like a slashing motion and start trying to just dig in at this creature's neck. And she wants to pull out its spine. It's not pretty.
Lesson 4. What's important is my goal above all else. Ace.
I learned that from Ace. We as individuals have a hierarchy of importance. What we value dictates our actions, and our actions should be a service to our goal. What's my goal? To get what's promised to me. I don't know what that is, but I have to believe that what I do gets me closer to that promise.
You hear a buzz as something flies overhead. And someone touches down with a lance, driving it straight towards the creature. Everybody give me rolls to do. You can, of course, die first. Excellent! Willow, the lance catches, and Basil, tell me how you back up or otherwise support Willow in this moment.
What happens to Willow?
So her lance gets caught, and you see arms going up and around to encircle her.
She runs from the shoulder down the arm of this giant creature as hands are reaching out from what would be, I guess, the flesh, and they reach out and try and grasp at her. But she, Devilman runs down that arm and breaks the lance off from it, pushing Willow down, and she's gonna try and arm drag this thing so that it dives face first into the ground.
Lesson 5. We are defined by those around us. Aura.
Aura taught me that, in a way, we're defined by everyone surrounding us just as much as we're perceived by ourselves. The me that I perceived is me. The me that others perceived as me is also me. They are both equally and opposite me.
There's a sonic boom through the air as someone stands in the sky and performs a falling attack. The three of you give me rolls to do.
Yippee.
Yippee!
Oh, fuck.
Your turn.
Don't worry, guys. I'll handle this myself.
Hey, Basil, same prompt as before. Ace appears and drops, performing a heal drop on this thing. Ace, Your body is still sluggish and heavy. Were you in your original form, this would be easy. But now with the extra weight, you are slightly off balance and you catch hard on the creature. Basil, what do you do?
It's like a trend of people falling in and then, I don't want to say getting in the way, but they are trying to help me. Basil runs up the arm again that she had just thrown, and she runs towards Ace. She tries to catch him before he falls, and then throwing him in the direction of this building over here so that he can land and not die.
Ah, lovely.
She's going to spin dash with her and resummon her axe and go to cleave off the head.
You go in for the head. Lesson 6. I can find that which makes me feel human.
I said that. That's
That
the
one's
first one
yours.
that I took to myself. Given the opportunity to be human, I will reject it. The most human I've ever felt was on that day, and I didn't need to feel fear to feel that way.
You watch as the creature's body pitches to the side, and the disconnected head quickly regenerates. It touches down on all fours and begins to skitter away almost like a lizard across the road. And you see, as it's stopped by 2 pacifists at the center of the road. Now, all 4 of you give me rolls to do.
Of course, it's still moving.
Okay. Basil, Ace, tell me what you do here. Ace first.
What Ace is going to do is just kind of like simply like go over, grab Basil to launch Basil like higher up in the air.
I'll take that fastball special.
Yeah.
She's already kind of like a ball, and she continues the spin dash, almost like she hit a spring over here off of Ace, and dives down at the neck, at the now exposed neck of this creature, and she takes the fact that she's kind of dismembering an effigy of herself, almost like she's not doing that. She takes down, or she lets her reflection desummon, and she just claws over and over again, viscerally, biting, scratching, clawing with all her hands, her feet, her teeth, everything.
Lesson 7. I am not myself without him. Riddle.
This is my least favorite one. Some people are so intrinsic to our self-perception that we are not ourselves without them. For some reason, she is not herself without him. I hope that one day she can feel that way about me.
Basil, you attach. You attach to the being. Its body is collapsing under your relentless assault. Everyone gathers around. Again, 4 of you, give me rolls to do.
Yay.
Okay. Cam, are you doing anything in this circumstance?
Can is not going to beat the shit out of an effigy of his little sister. He is standing on standby to support you all, but he is not going to attack this large Basil.
Cam, there's something interesting about this. That isn't what you see.
Oh. Well,
Does
that's
that change
interesting.
things?
Not really. He is a pacifist.
Excellent.
The violence is not for him, but he is here to assist you in whatever ways he can other than the violence.
You all bear down on the creature and begin to attack it again and again and again. Its multi-layered limbs falling away to pieces around you. Lesson 8. I'm happy if he's happy.
That's what Mike said about Argos. Nobody in this world acts outside of their own self-interests. However, if we can convince ourselves that our happiness is linked to the happiness of another, we can work around the selfishness of this world, even if that happiness does not include us.
Your formation tightens, encircling. Willow drives the spearhead. Ace continues to provide repeated concussive attacks, List supporting from afar. It presses itself to the side of a building. And another round of rolls to do.
Can I die?
Yes.
Whoa, not.
I choose to die. Thank you, Ace.
Okay. Basil, give me a roll. Okay. In this case, those who beat the 20, Basil, tell me what you do first, and then Ace, tell me what you do second.
Yeah.
She's still on that neck hole. And she's going to continue clawing and scratching until she finds her way deeper in that neck hole. She intends to burrow her way all the way through until nothing else moves.
And Ace.
What Ace wants to do is try to kick it into the building so that it kind of like traps itself there a little bit, or at least the building somewhat collapses a little bit on it.
You send it cascading backwards, and with a loud thump, the body starts collapse. Lesson 9. Lying can be good if the intention is good. Cam.
Cam taught me. That's why I can lie now. It can be morally acceptable to do dishonest acts as long as our intention is to help someone important to us.
Basil, your eyes start to focus and refocus. Everything feels strange about what's in front of you, but you continue pressing yourself, pressing the offensive, making sure that you can drive this thing back to the best of your ability. Everyone, one final round of rolls to do. Love it, love it. Okay, in this case, in order, we are going to do Willow, Ace, Basil.
Willow just tries to pin this thing's hand to the building with her lance.
You lock it in place. You leave the arm there. Ace.
Ace is going to take like a pipe or something off of the ground and do the same thing to like the other arm.
You pin it in place. Basil.
We're crucifying it.
We're crucifying it, and I will act as the Lance of Longinus as I throw my axe and pierce its ribs.
You throw your axe forward, and it connects in a shower of connective tissue. Lesson 10. They didn't come just for me. Who said this, Basil?
I did. It's what I realized when I made my way out of the coda, and they had gone on to do whatever else they needed to do. But it's all kind of ironic now. They're here for me right now. But at the end of the day, I am other. I am a burden to them. I present them with problems because I am myself. Obviously, they will always choose someone more like them than me. I should expect to have to solve my own problems.
You think about this. As Basil, you stare at that large form in front of yourself. A shape that falls away, one after the other. For everyone else, this is what you saw the entire time. A pile of interconnected husks, one hanging on to the other, all utterly featureless. There's an exhale. It seems that the combat has ceased.
When combat ends, Cam immediately comes over to Basil to check on her physically.
I'm fine. I don't feel good.
He picks you up and he turns you around to check for physical damage to you.
She's still wounded. She's picked up a few new wounds, but for the most part, it's what she was carrying from the fight the other day.
Okay.
It's not great. No, it's really not great. Basil is definitely hurt.
Okay. Yeah, he's lifting you into the air. Like he's got you by the armpits and he's lifting you in the air, you know?
I'm getting upbeat.
Yeah, you're getting upbeat and he's turning you around. And then when he's done, he's like he brings you in and gives you a hug because you're crying and he's worried about you.
I don't know why I'm crying.
Oh, you don't know why again?
I mean, I know what happened. I don't know why my eyes are leaking.
You don't? Are you sure?
Maybe my body knows something that my heart doesn't.
That's probably it.
I think that's what it feels like.
Have you considered trying to understand?
I could probably think about it. That might help.
I don't think that will help. Because sometimes when you think about things, you don't understand them on purpose.
That's a good point.
I think you need to try and understand them.
All right. What would you do?
He sits you down and he puts his hands on your shoulder and lifts one of them up and starts trying to wipe your tears away. He goes, "Well, I'll ask again. Why do you think you're crying?" You said because your body knows something that you don't.
What I was fighting, it looked like them. I don't like them.
Who's them?
The other me's.
All right. And you don't like them, that's what you feel?
No, I hate them. I really don't like them.
Hate, that's how you describe it.
Yeah.
Okay. He pats you on the head and he goes,
So why do I feel bad when I tear them apart?
Are you crying because you feel bad? Are you crying because you hate them? Or are you crying because your body is experiencing something you don't understand?
I think the latter.
What are things you don't understand?
Maybe, I don't know. I wanted to start this life and not just start fighting again. I assume I died last time protecting Riddle. That's usually how it happens. So I felt good because she wasn't here and I didn't have to worry about it. But I still feel bad. I'm crying, but not the black tears.
I see. I have a question for you, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
Okay.
So understand that I'm asking because I need to understand, okay? Are you still in denial?
Denial of what?
Denial of what you're feeling.
She kind of leans back and she looks at this pile, which I assume just looks like a decimated version of herself to her.
Basil, give me what do you want it to be? You can roll to disbelieve at this point.
I'd like to find out if her vision has changed.
Then give me a roll to die. And you tell me based on what you roll. Oh, it's dead even.
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help at all.
Yeah, I mean,
drop and then re-roll. There we go.
Huh.
Huh.
I think the vision fades.
You watch as this gigantic form of yourself slides away and collapses like sand in front of your eyes.
That wasn't me to you, was it?
No, it wasn't. Why do you think it appeared like you?
I think it's because I hate myself, Gail.
No, I don't think you hate yourself. I think you're misunderstanding your own feelings again. I think you love yourself quite a lot, actually.
I know the things I love. I love you, I love Mike, I love Riddle.
Yes. You do know those things.
I don't feel that about anything that looks like myself.
I imagine the feelings you feel about yourself are very complex. That's why it's hard for you to understand them when you're in denial.
Denial. I don't know what that means.
Cam thinks. He's like he was patting on you on the head for a lot of this conversation.
Mhm.
Cam is always extremely, extremely gentle with you, but he's always trying to be honest. You know this. You know that he goes out of his way to be direct and honest with you because he knows that's your preferred method of communication.
Mhm.
But he's always very, very gentle with you. You can feel Cam thinking, and you can feel him deciding what he's going to do in this moment with you. Like, he's like, okay, Basil's a very delicate girl. She doesn't realize it, but Basil's a very delicate girl. He's very, very patient with you because you're so delicate. And he looks
He's
at
the most
you.
patient.
Yes. He looks at you and he goes, do you want to try figuring it out for a little longer? On your own? Or do you want help?
I want help from the people I love.
Well, we've been helping you, but you never really listen. You always try to figure it out on your own. We've never not been trying to help you. You just push us away a lot.
I see. Well, can you help me not push?
Okay. You ready to take that step?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I genuinely believe is happening here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You always insist, vehemently, every single time, that you don't feel fear. You do. You've never felt anything but feared, Basil. But the idea that you took that away from yourself is the only way you feel like you have control over your own existence. Because you've never had control over it. The first lie you were ever told was that you had free will.
And they've only been lying to me since.
Who's they?
Whatever thing is pulling the strings. If
What
I
do
don't
you-
have free will, then there's something that's stopping it.
What do you think is pulling the strings, Basil?
The sander.
The sander is part of it. Who put the sander on you?
If I knew it, I'd kill them.
Oh. I see, you haven't been informed.
No. Do
You
you know?
I do.
Can you tell me?
Well, I need to know. Are you going to continue to romanticize your own pain if I tell you?
No.
No? Because, in my experience, you do this thing a lot, where you make your problems big and all-encompassing because it makes you feel... It makes the fact that they make you feel very small make you feel less bad if the problems are really big.
I just want to be like everyone else.
I know. He pats you on the head, very gently. You are like everyone else. You're much more of a normal girl than you think you are.
Okay.
He nods.
Well, tell me.
It isn't something so grandiose as, like, God or fate or reality that's doing this to you. It's other people. Geist put you in that lake because they wanted to control you. That's all anyone really wanted from you over there, from what I understand. People want you to feel small so they can control the way you act, just like they are doing to everyone else in the world. It isn't some big creature or fate-defying fight you really need to fight. It's you're fighting other people. The people who put you in that lake might already be dead. A lot of the Geist CEOs were already killed. But it was just another person trying to have control over another person that caused this situation.
I see. There's a lot of lies in the world, huh?
He nods. It's the fight that a lot of people are fighting every day. Normal people, and even people that people say are big and shiny like us, are all fighting for the same thing. Control over ourselves. And the people we're fighting are trying to control us. Taking away our ability to choose. We want our rights back. Our right to make decisions for ourselves. Genuinely. You see, for a while now, you've been doing this thing. He's been patting your head. Because you know this about Cam. He only really is physically affectionate with you and Mike. Because Cam actually does not like touching people. But he goes out of his way to be physically affectionate with you and Mike because he wants you to know that he cares about you. This is Cam's direct way of showing you that he's here for you. You've been doing this thing a lot recently. You did it a lot before we went to Ciala, and you weren't doing it as much when we were in Ciala. But when you came back, you started doing it again, and I was wondering if I explained it, if you would understand why, because I'm having a hard time.
And what's the thing?
You purposefully hurt the people around you. You make people around you uncomfortable. You take everything they say in bad faith and you lash out in ways that are hard to put into words. You say you want help from the people that you love and you want people to like you. You said when we came back that the thing you wanted was to be the most popular girl at OPIA, and then the very first thing you did was start purposefully making people uncomfortable and lashing out at them.
I didn't do it on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose?
I don't think so.
Then it must have been subconscious. Probably because you were scared.
Have you ever wanted to hurt someone you love?
No, I can't say I have. But I think I can understand a line of logic. I've never wanted to hurt somebody I love, though I think I might have hurt people I love in the past by accident.
I think sometimes I just get so frustrated that I'm not being understood. And if there's ever a chance to take some control back from this situation, I'll take it, even if it hurts somebody.
I know.
I guess that's my problem.
Cam sort of nods and he goes, well, if I'm being honest, isn't that the entirety of our relationship?
Yeah, you're always honest with me unless you need not to be.
And you like spending time with me so much because you feel like you have control over me.
I don't feel like I have control over you. I feel like I can trust you. But isn't that the same thing? Isn't trust just a measure of control?
No, it isn't, Basil. It seems somewhere along the line I think you might have gotten that a little confused.
Trust is embracing the parts that we can't control. Mike politely speaks up.
Yeah, Cam nods. He goes, trust is going, I can't have control over this, but I'm trusting you. Having control over someone isn't trusting them, it's actually the opposite of it.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of... When you care about a person a lot, there's a lot of feeling that goes into it, obviously. Trusting them is basically saying, hey, I like you as you are. I like whatever path you're taking. Basil, you can smell she's thinking about Argos right now.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do with your future, I trust you to do what's best for you and also what's best for me. Or
right.
maybe not what's best, but I
to be trying to.
Yeah, at least the attempt.
I think that I'm not saying I don't think you trust me. I do think you trust me, Basil. I just think that there are certain ideas of this that have been misconstrued, maybe. At somewhere along the way, there was a misunderstanding. I think you're scared because you feel like you don't have control over yourself. So you feel most safe when you feel like you're controlling the actions of others. It's easier to... If you're making these actions on purpose, even if it's a subconscious, these making people uncomfortable on purpose is better than doing it on accident. If it's something you're doing, an action you're choosing to take, you can go, well, I did it myself, it's my fault. It's a safer course of action. It makes you feel safer than being genuine and earnest, and then being rejected.
Right. So I'm in denial then.
I think you're trying to do both, but at the wrong times. He smiles at you very, very gently. You really have finally become a teenager. I think you're going through the part of your life where you're starting to understand your emotions, but just barely. They're hard to understand, right? You've been saying that a lot. You don't understand why you're doing these things.
They're very difficult.
You're just starting to peek behind that understanding. It'll just be a matter of time. You're free to talk to us about things if you want.
Okay. I will, but I think I need to rest.
He nods. Do you want me to take you back home?
No, I want to be a part of the group.
Okay.
Mike's expression widens.
He lets go of you so that you can do whatever you want.
She clears her throat and then she stands up and slaps her face. Good job, everyone. We really worked well as a team.
Mike like leans in. You don't gotta force yourself either. Also, you're not the only person having a hard time. Everyone on some level's going through it. Just
Right.
It's trust is about the attempt more than anything. Mike says, pulling back and pats you on the back. And as if on cue, you hear from around the corner, someone like, okay. I caught up.
You're late.
She, yeah, she freezes, makes eye contact with Ace.
You're late.
And Riddle just like quietly walks in like, get off my ass. What's going on? Mr. My future roomie isn't letting me jump in the body pile is what's happening. Twice is yelling at Ace.
If you wanted to body surf, you should have stayed at the rave.
Wait, you body surf at raves?
You can, at the good ones. Like, List is the one that turns around and looks at you first, Basil. She's like, Basil?
Yes.
How are you doing? I wanted to check in on you, but, looks between you and Cam, pats you up and down. Are you alright? I'm so sorry I got separated from you. That
It's
was
okay.
very unprofessional of me.
No, you called for help. That was the smart thing to do.
It was the smart thing, but I don't have to feel good about doing the smart thing necessarily. She like looks you over. All right. Hold on. Like moves back and forth. Well, good work handling that.
Yeah, and speaking of looking you over, don't we have a medic on staff?
Me? Jean.
Yeah, Jim, could you help her out?
Yes. Basil. Like moves forward. Let's take a look. Yes, I can see that the wounds from the other day are indeed still there. Confirmed. Nothing unusual has happened there. You've picked up a few new ones, but it's nothing that a night's rest for you won't fix.
Right.
So,
Full diagnosis.
I do my best.
Don't feel bad. Don't expect much. He doesn't have a license.
You have a license.
I'm licensed to be a
he
field
does.
medic now.
He's still going through training, but he has a field medic certificate, and he will have a license soon. Don't worry.
We're
about
kind
it.
of like
Putting
his
it up.
test subjects.
Well,
Yes.
I'm sorry
Please
to inform
consider
you.
yourself that.
I'm sorry to inform you, Willow, but neither does Riddle or Argos.
What?
Way to,
But they said they were doctors.
way to kick a girl while she's down. Let me catch my breath before I need to fend off your vicious attacks, okay?
If it helps, Dr. Verona has a PhD and is a
Up here.
licensed surgeon.
Up here. Oh dear God, why is someone saying my name? What am I being called over for? What's up? She like moves in.
Verona, there's allegations.
What allegation? Riddle, what did you do? Riddle's like, again, let me catch my breath before you start this. She looks around. Well, do we know what these things are? She says, gesturing over at the pile. Twice is like, I don't know.
Oh.
And Riddle's like, so give me a sec.
I'm just glad it's not me.
Looks over.
Riddles, these look familiar to,
Right?
you know.
Yeah. She like leans on you and's like, it's exactly like the Geist warehouse. She like turns over and looks at you, Basil. What do you mean? Look like what? Huh?
It's a long story. I saw it as myself because I'm in denial, but I've since come to terms with the fact that I want to be a part of the team, and I no longer see it as myself. I am not the enemy.
Damn, you do that to yourself?
Hey, so you were never like an enemy.
Yeah, I think I was in denial. I learned that just recently.
She like looks over at the pile and is like, okay, so you saw this as yourself. She like moves over and starts to like just scrumble through the pile a little bit.
She
Wait, is
can
Reynold-
do that, not you.
Yeah, I was about to stop. Even without the formless, you can tell that I'm about to say something cheeky, huh?
It doesn't take a mind reader.
She throws an arm around you and puts you in a headlock. Riddle starts to dig around and she's like, fascinating that you would see them as you. Okay, we need to bring these back to the lab. We need to... Guys, I'm gonna use the word dissect. No one treat me weird because of it, okay?
I mean, we can get a truck over.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, we can
Someone plops down next to Charybdis,
get... Ooh. let me
descending from the sky like a fucking angel, because this is her aesthetic.
The fuck, the director's here?
Well, if you need me, I can transport them pretty quickly.
That'd be great.
Do you want me to send them to the body room?
Yeah, send them to the body room.
That
Okay.
sounds pleasant.
She raises a hand up.
Aren't these bodies gonna be confused with the other bodies?
Oh, don't worry. The other bodies are much more recognizable. We're very familiar with them.
Okay, again, guys, don't look at me like that, okay?
You're not doing a good job fending off the allegations.
Every day I pick up new allegations. When will they cease? She sits there. Trouble, are you teleporting them all away?
Yeah, Trouble teleports them all to the body room.
You send them all to the body room, and Riddle's like, okay. Good work, team. Thumbs up. Slides down the wall. Oh, yeesh.
Mhm.
Hey, Ace.
Yeah,
You see your sister?
yeah.
I ran over here with her, picked her up in the Undercity. I figured she'd want to help.
No, she ran away.
You want me to deal with it?
I mean, I'm not gonna deal with it.
Okay. Well, I'm volunteering you to come with me.
Oh man.
I want to go too.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Basil.
Thank you.
I need some
Moral support
I need some
for
moral
this.
support.
Okay. Riddle like smiles. Your support actually means the world to me. She leans on both of you instead. Mike like looks over at the pair of you and then scoots over to Ace. It's like, how's your flame doing?
It's there. You did a
guys
good
will-
job making it.
Thank you. Anything weird happen?
Yeah, always. No question.
Okay, clarify.
I didn't kill anyone.
That's weirdly specific.
I mean,
Chopping down and going, yeah, I got the text. Are you alright?
yeah, I'm fine. Lace is fine too. No one's
Oh
dead.
yeah.
She
Sure.
comes up to you and she gets really close to you.
Oh, you're
Like, really close, and she's listening to you. You can tell she's listening because she's holding her ear up to your chest.
You are literally surrounded on all sides right now. I want to register.
I mean, I can move through objects, so.
Yeah, so can I. Stay still. Don't turn into a chase. And Treble's gonna listen to Ace.
She'll listen too.
Treble, you lock something in, freak.
You give Ace a quick listen, and before too long you can tell he's still fully in control. That instinct that reared its head earlier, your Song of the Heart reveals its presence still to some extent, but it seems like it's being adequately beaten down in real time, and like it has retreated temporarily. You
Can
can
I-
tell that this dude just willpowered
Wait.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I try to listen past to it? Can I try to listen past to it? Can I?
Yeah, give me a roll to do.
Let me know if you hear any water still sloshing around in there, almost drowned.
Does she?
Inside of him, yes.
Oh,
Ace is
yeah,
still...
that's. You definitely need to. Yeah, we're gonna need to do something about that, but that's not important right now.
Okay. Trouble, you listen really close and... Your brow furrows. Something weird about that. It's quiet right now, but there's something weird about that. That's gonna take some time and thought.
I see. How familiar is it?
Familiar yet unfamiliar?
I see. Well, are you busy tonight, Galatine?
Probably.
She lifts her head up, but she puts a hand on your chest. She's like, well, you could be busy with me if you want.
No, he's coming with me.
That's how Argos
Mike.
feels.
Mike starts dragging. Mike starts visibly dragging you.
I'll see you later. She wiggles her, like, she waves at you where she's, like, wiggling her fingers at you. Fallaciously.
Mike is like, Mike starts to escort you, like, hand over back, like very much a gesture and a sensation of, and I guess she'll even say it. Was she bothering you, King?
Ace is gonna laugh at that, and he's just like, that's just Trouble's normal.
Ah, I got you to laugh. Mike's entire expression seems delighted as you wander off.
God, she's kidnapping me.
Yes. And we'll take our second break.
Out of the jaw of one predator into another.
Hey, at least you knew what Treble wanted.
I don't!
Holy shit.
I don't know what you mean. It was pretty clear what
It was
Treble
pretty
wanted.
clear what Treble wanted. She
Pretty
was
clear what
looking.
he wanted.
She was doing that. She was being so she was hot girling at you, but she was looking at you with the science eyes. She was looking at you with the microscope. She was putting you under the
Dissecting me.
microscope.
Trouble does a little trolling.
Always.
I love the, is this what Argos felt like? Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You guys weren't there for the time that Trouble tried to unbutton 3 of Argos's buttons to be like, it's time for you to enter your slut era, King.
If only. He'd be more powerful. Brennan,
Yeah,
Roma,
Yes.
good job.
thanks.
Yeah, how are
Good
you
job,
feeling? Are
Roma.
you okay?
I'm tired.
Okay. I was like, God, Brennan just talked about how he's having a day, and Cam is about to hit him with a rock. Do you see what I meant by like, are you sure you're okay with me having Cam say what he thinks to Basil? Because Cam's about to tell her that she has only ever felt fear, and all Basil talks about is that she's unable to feel fear.
Yeah, that does kind of throw one's worldview upside down.
Yeah.
Good thing I just explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cam also, like, there's a lot of things that Basil, just because she knows Cam and she knows how he is, Cam actually still has a lot left to say to you, but he was like, okay, Basil's been through enough, I'm gonna stop here.
Basil is cooked. Do not overcook.
Do not overcook.
Let her cook.
Let her
He
cook.
was trying so hard. He was like, I'm about to hit Basil with some shit she does not want to hear. I'm gonna try to be so gentle and so patient. It's everyone, oh my god. Everyone through all of Act 1, like, Basil never gets punished. Cam, like, why would I punish someone who's clearly hurt and in pain? Why would I do that?
Why punish this poor child?
She's literally a child in pain. Why would I do that?
I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just gotta kick them.
Is that what you say, Aloha? Sometimes you just have to kick children?
Yes, I do say
Will
that
you-
on the mic.
Will you stand by that statement?
I say it directly into the microphone, very clippable.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Cam, like, Basil literally started this game a child, and this is her becoming a teenager, and he's trying so hard to be like, dude, Geist fucked you up so bad. Geist fucked you up so bad. I am here for you, but you are, like, the level of horrors that you must be facing. I'm so sorry.
Advanced horror.
On the other hand, the level of horrors that Ace is facing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
You're water in there? Oh, yeah. Fucking
You gotta swoosh him around.
gotta swoosh him around. Bro, I can't believe Willow got cucked of a rave, though.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Sorry, Queen.
Probably should have just went.
Dude, everybody was fucking there. The director was there for some fucking reason.
I
It
know.
was just like,
The
bro,
director
everybody-
should have went to the rave.
Everyone showed up to help Basil.
I know.
They did.
Even the director. I was like, damn. Why
Even
not?
John director.
John
I'm gonna be
director.
honest, the director heard that there were bodies and is like, interesting.
Birdman came for you.
Honestly,
Birdman solos.
Birdman solos.
Birdman solos.
Oh yeah, just because I saw in chat Logan didn't get to do anything. As the battle is resolved, Willow, you feel something leaving you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's almost like you were watched the entire
Yep.
time.
It's the Holy
What is
Spirit.
it, a thief? Yeah. You feel your pocket getting lighter. Logan
more
has
like-
stolen
how do I put
$20.
It's like, how do I put this? It's like for the entire fight, it felt like you were being watched over. And
Overwatch.
once the fight is over, that feeling goes away.
Someone was watching over you.
Almost like there were
Dang,
all eyes
God.
everywhere.
Perhaps.
You peeping,
Oh.
bro?
Peeping, bro?
Never.
Peeping? You can see her all over. I'm done.
Okay. Next up, we're doing Basil, Riddle, Willow, and Ruth. Let me. Who?
Ooh.
Who?
In
Bunch of
sorrow.
hells. And
Sorry.
Saru.
He was there
Sorry.
the whole time.
Sarah's just no. You guys didn't see it, but Sarah was actually in the scene with Lace and Ace.
Yeah.
He was just on the other side of the train fishing. In the water.
Oh my god.
You gotta find him in every episode. He's the big the cat of this game.
Just let him grill.
No, that's a little too self-serious. I'm not quite ready to come back yet. Let's do no, I just like this theme enough. Okay. grab the right characters.
This is probably one of my favorite tracks in the game.
Yeah, I love this song so much. Okay. You four wind up at Ruth's instruction, moving out and towards a large fence, concrete wall that's been put in place ever since this segment of the city was destroyed. She sort of motions with her head. Come on.
So, why are we out here again?
She's probably arranging a mugging.
Ruth, are you gonna mug us? No. No, come on.
If you were, we would simply win.
Yeah, we put those days behind us a while ago. Here, she like does the foothold thing. Here, I'll give you a boost.
Oh, all right. Well, walks up and picks Ruth and hops her over.
You just
chucks her over.
Riddle's like, I see.
Basil bridle carries Riddle and simply walks up the wall.
Yeah, fair. Riddle's like, thank you. She gets a big smile on her face. She's like, I was terrified I'd have to jump it and then everyone would laugh.
I would never laugh.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Not if you were trying.
That's really reassuring, actually. She says with a big smile on her face. It's like, I probably would have laughed.
I would have laughed only if you laughed, Riddle.
You guys are maybe the best. Maybe. I'm still trying to parse your statements. I'm gonna just assume. It's like, she keeps walking her way forwards, like, kicks this little metal grate as she continues going. Okay. Making good on that promise.
Wait. Hold on. There's a train in the distance.
She starts to rush forwards.
You got us!
Oh, cool. I hate trains. Are we going to break it?
I mean, yeah, one rock at a time.
Oh, 1,000 cuts.
I tricked you. You promised me to throw rocks at trains, pointing at Willow. We're throwing rocks at trains! She sits down here and picks up a rock. Riddle's like, I see.
Alright. I'll help out.
She like plops over here. Riddle will stand and pick up a rock. She's like, you want to join, Basil?
Yeah, I love throwing things.
Hell yeah. Ruth like sits on the like concrete divider and is like, okay, everyone, on 2. 1 and 2, and everybody give me a roll to do.
Roll to rock. Let's rock.
Let's rock. Basil, everyone just like thunk, 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 thunk.
Nice.
Ruth's like, yeah, back in my happy place. Riddle like looks over and is like, hey, Ruth. Yeah. You know what we're probably here to ask you about, right? She like looks back and forth between the two of you guys like the whole the ace thing, right? When I was running away from that, she throws another rock away at the train. Thunk! It impacts.
Yeah, you've been avoiding them.
Have you
Yeah.
spoken since you've been back?
You're gonna have to see your brother at some point. God, what the hell happened? You're like the 3 heads of Cerberus. She throws a rock. Chung. It embeds itself in the side of the train. She's
Oh, no.
like,
Oh.
no, what's up?
I was gonna say, don't act like we didn't talk about real stuff while we were throwing rocks at trains back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, but our real stuff was different. She says, well, thunk, it's also sticks on the side of the train. Ooh, nice. Looks over to Basil.
Oh,
Do you know what we used to talk about during the Station 1 days?
knowing you, probably girls.
Shit. She throws another rock at the train. Yeah. Yeah, got me. Willow,
That wasn't a gotcha.
It wasn't? What?
It was an observation.
I see. Well, Willow talked about all the big important things. She like grabs Willow and tousles her hair.
Yeah, I talked about stuff like feeling scared of being in a city and not knowing what a credit card was.
Yeah, and being scared of credit cards. I mean, I'm still scared of credit cards, but you know, what can you do? She throws another rock at a train.
I just let Riddle handle, anything I do.
Willow, you felt like an outsider when you first came?
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what to do. I got lost like 50 times till I found Ruth.
Willow, back in the day, Willow came from Beleth, so like, for the most part, she didn't know anything about living in the city, and she kept accidentally picking fights with people. Like, she didn't know. She just didn't know. Apparently, culture's different or something, but, yeah. No, she didn't realize a lot of people were like, the difference between someone who was trying to mug her and someone who was trying to help her, she like looks back over to you and grabs both the sides of your face. There was none back in the day. None.
Wow, that explains why we get along so well. I didn't come from Beleth, but I came from a casket, and I also am not from the city, and I was also intent on fighting everybody I saw.
Wait, hold on. I'm sliding out of this conversation. You take my spot. She shoves you over. This is why we throw rocks at trains. Riddle quietly in the background. Seems like you're dodging the question. I'll get back to you.
You never told me that you felt this way.
Yeah, I felt like I was outside of everything else. So it's good to know that you can also feel that way and no longer feel that way.
Yeah, it took me a while to kind of understand what was going on. Basically, I depended on Ruth for like everything.
Yeah, a little bit. Riddle like picks up a rock and actually overarms it and kerthung! It slams through one of the windows. What the fuck happened to your arm, Arendite?
Have you been working out?
I have actually. She looks a little embarrassed. No, I don't think it's it's definitely a unique experience for everyone, but well, yeah, I'm very much the same. Grew up in the Sea Mountains, and my first exposure to the big city was Station 1, so she like looks between the two of you. You guys were straight into the fight too, right? Do you know Fuse during peace times, either of you? Looking at Basil and looking at Willow.
I woke up and the first thing we did was fight a robot.
Yeah.
I finally found the way to Station 1, and they hand me a weapon and said, get in there.
Yeah, that's actually almost identical to my experience. She taps one of her eyes. This prosthetic was not cheap, and paying for it required me to take a lot of, I wouldn't call Station 1 a shady job, but risking life and limb for prosthetic limb, yeah. She like scratches the back of her head. I don't really know what this city was like without combat raging around every corner. Oh, there was always combat raging around every corner. It says kicking her feet. Ace and I grew up in the area around the red light district, and yeah, no.
Didn't that hurt your eyes?
Yeah, it does. I think I'd have like retinal damage or something, but you know, robot eyes now. She taps her own eye. Thanks, by the way, Riddle. Riddle's like, no problem. She reaches down and picks up a rock and flings it through. She's like, Fuse isn't bad during peace times or anything, but let me put it this way. You guys probably like aren't fighting for like a peaceful Fuse, right? Because you don't even know what that is.
I don't know what I'm fighting for.
Riddle like folds her arms and sort of nods. She actually reaches over and pats you, Basil. She's like, it's not an easy question. Ruth's like, well, trying to find a thing worth fighting for, kind of difficult. Like, you could fight for the future of the world or whatever, but do you guys even know what, like, the world looks like to begin with?
Do you
really?
remember a world that wasn't about to end?
Yeah, I do, actually. She says with a big smile on her face. How about you, Willow?
It's kind of a weird question. Like, I kind of fight to survive, just back in Belith. So when I hear that something bigger is coming, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm continuing to fight to survive. And that's just me fighting Dakota.
Riddle nods. Similarly, my upbringing in Ciala focused me entirely on the conflict to come. For pretty much 10 years of my life, I was focused on the trials. She says, sort of sighing. Kerthunk, another rock hits the train. Right, okay. So I'm starting to see what the issue is here with you three. She points at you, one finger over the other. You all haven't lived yet.
No.
Rich coming, Riddle, like, half smiling, like, Rich coming from a literal ghost, but yeah, I guess so. She's like, quiet you.
Is this where you recommend us eating like cheese fries or something? Saying like we haven't lived till you're eating cheese fries.
Yeah, stuff like that. Her body arcs up and she throws herself and grabs you by the face again, Willow. Willow, you got your first big taste of it, right? During the break. You weren't fighting or training every day, right?
Oh yeah, I was. I was making a bunch of food. It was really cool. It's
Yeah.
just kind of weird.
Yeah, right? That level of life. That's the reason why fighting's worth it, I guess. She sort of smiles. Riddle, like, looks over to Basil. I can't understand. Do you get anything from this?
Let's see. Do I get anything from this? I'm gonna just sniff the situation.
You sniff the situation. Give me 2 rolls to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get the feeling radiating from these two. The reason why they're fighting. For Willow, I can't speak to Willow exactly, but for Ruth, there is to some extent a wish to return to a life after all of this. The idea that normalcy will return if you fight hard enough, if you try hard enough. And you get a sense of that normalcy. You feel that normal domestic life flowing into your body from Ruth. Riddle, like, looks over. Wait, did you seriously just pick up something from that?
Yeah. She's just like her brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Ruth
It's
takes
probably
damage.
why she's avoiding him so much.
God, you just deflected it back on me.
And speaking about your brother, you gotta go visit him. Say hi. Punch him in the shoulder or something. You can't dodge now.
Give me a roll to do Basil, and actually Basil got a 20. Give me a roll to do Willow.
Oh.
This. She's like, okay, you're really not letting that point go. I was about to give you a speech about how we need to go out to, like, strip clubs and stuff. Like, live a little. Riddle, like, looks...
Riddle does that all the time.
Riddle's like, yeah, I mean, wait, what? Immediately blowing past it, Ruth puts her hands up and she's like, okay. Reapproaching Ace is really hard for me right now.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
She lightly shrugs.
I think I know.
What?
You're in denial.
What? No, I'm not.
Yeah. I think you're in denial. I just learned what that is.
She's like, what? How? What am I denying?
I think you're in denial that you two have changed so much since the last time you've seen each other that you're completely different people. And you're concerned to see what that is.
I mean, I'm not concerned. Formless's big focus is not on feeling strong emotions.
But you do feel strong. I'm learning that you can tell yourself that you don't feel things, and it is not the case.
Wow, Whistle, you are on point.
Yeah, actually,
I had a long day.
it's like I'm not. Her cheeks puff up. Okay, what do I do then? What do I do? What am I supposed to do about that? Like, if I walk in front of him, it gives me a sensation I don't want to get into a spot where we're both just like mad at each other or whatever. I don't want to get into a spot where like we have no choice but to let out all the ugly emotions. Just want to avoid that.
Well, if you keep them bottled in, then they're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to hold on to them, the both of you.
Yeah.
You should probably just throw a rock at them and get it started.
You should also probably think about what you value more highly. You can avoid him and probably put off those emotions for a long time. You and Ace have iron wills for sure, but you need to decide, is that more important to you than, talking to him and running and fleeing whenever you see him? She plops and slides down the concrete barrier. I'm worried that he's mad at me.
For what?
Still doing flow and Opia?
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah, definitely. Literally all of them are like, just like, that.
But
Fine.
but you're your own person. He can't control you.
No. Yeah.
So even if he does feel like he gave you the gift of a second life, you get to do whatever you want with it.
Riddle nods. Riddle nods repeatedly.
Truth.
Yeah.
Ace is your brother. I'm pretty sure he probably knew you were going to stay in flow. He even told me that like he was going to try his damnness to convince you not to, but he still knew, and he still tried to save you.
She punches the ground repeatedly. Okay. Look, she peeks up over the concrete barrier. I wanna... Formless hurts. Like, it hurts you. I don't know how to put it. It hurt me in a way that I don't think I'll ever be able to really recover from.
Basil raises her hand.
Yeah?
I keep hearing about formless. I don't know what that is.
It's more of mentality, philosophy, than anything else. It's basically like, imagine you're trained from a hyper young age to do very, very specific things.
But if you don't like your philosophy, then why don't you just change it?
Because it's so deeply ingrained that changing it is like a one day at a time thing. I grew up this way, and so did Ace. It does things to you. Makes you...
It's like it forces them into a shape, and it's really hard to try to be anything else.
Right. But like, you died.
She nods.
Like, are you supposed to carry on your childhood for every life you live? Don't you get to choose what you want to be, the shape of your new body, and the shape of your new soul?
She's like, I guess in my case, if I wanted to choose to move past... I don't know if I want to choose to move past it or not. I went through a lot of pain for this, and... She like...
You should probably talk to the only other person who understands that.
She peeks over the side of the concrete barrier like...
Ace also had problems with the formless style.
She eyes scan over. Of course he did. Before I died, we got into a big fight about it. Riddle like blinks a few times. She like remembers back. She's like, I don't think Ace thought of it as a fight. She almost like lightly mutters off to the side. It's like, Ace thinks or thought that the only real way to practice the style or use it for anything good was his movies. I was the one who still insisted on doing the dojo. Unlike you guys who just got handed a weapon and told to fight in the war for everyone's lives, I chose to be on the front because was a place that this style that I suffered so much for would actually be useful to people. I don't know how to do anything other than this. She like crosses her arms and slides back down the concrete barrier. Like I said, I'm fighting or looking for a world that like war isn't even an option anymore, so I guess I don't even have a choice. I gotta settle down. She taps her feet. She taps her feet on the ground.
It sounds to me that you're romanticizing your own suffering.
What? Her eyes peek up and over.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Her eyes fixate on you.
Let her cook.
I'm not one to talk. I think I'm trying to figure this out myself. But I don't think you're going to get anywhere dwelling on it. You just have to find what you want and attack it. Throw a rock at it, like I said.
Fine. I want to be able to talk to Ace again. I know he's gonna hate the stupid reasons why I'm still here. It's scary.
You don't want to see his reaction.
No, because he's always so fucking clever and stuff. He's always got to come back for everything. And I'm gonna walk up and be like, Ace, I need to talk to you, and he'll be like, talk to the hand, and then throw me in a lake.
Yeah, really do that?
Yeah, but then what?
What do you mean?
What's the worst that could happen? If you just get thrown into the lake, you could still reestablish your connection to your brother.
I don't want to get thrown in a lake. I don't want to get thrown in a lake.
You got the formless style. Dodge him.
Or swim.
Fine. Ah, fine! She throws her arms up and picks up a rock and just bonk hits the side of the train. Talk to my stupid brother. She like looks over at you and is like, don't like looks around at each of you and is like, don't think I'll ever forget this though.
What's the worst that you're gonna do to us? Throw us into a lake?
No, I'm gonna make you talk about your feelings.
I've already talked about my feelings today.
Riddle like actually picks up a rock and she's like hits the side of the train. Ruth, Willow, Basil. Basil, I know you know personally. Have I ever told you guys about my condition?
I'm familiar, yeah.
Not really.
So,
Actually, no, you haven't told me. I've heard from other people.
She, Riddle's like, well, ever since I arrived here in Fuse, it started getting worse and worse. If my burn gets above a certain threshold, I guaranteed lose the day. There are extensive physical complications. In terms of, well, how much I remember, I actually don't remember most of our missions together. She throws a rock and hits the train. She looks over at you, Willow, and Ruth. Ruth's like, ooh.
How do you remember stuff then?
I read it down.
But
She
there's got to be a difference between experiencing it and reading it, right?
She nods. Yeah, I mean, my body's experienced it. My mind's reading it. I can trust everyone else to fill in the gaps for me, and I'm clever enough to do it on my own. She throws another rock and it hits the train. Full honesty with you guys. Back during the Station 1 days, I was really bad at managing this. Like, really, really bad. Do you remember the room I used to live in? Looks over to Ruth. Yeah, that like little closet space. She nods. Most of the time, I spent every day in a haze, just trying to make it by, and if I discovered a little too much, thunk. Gone. She looks over at you two. I want to thank the both of you because, Willow, you're the first person who actually came pretty close to helping me manage it.
What? Really? Did I say something wise?
No, you were just consider it. That's it. She like smiles. No, a condition like this isn't something that you can just brain around. It's not something that a single, like, particularly potent lick of wisdom will sort it away. Mostly it's just constant, consistent goodness, care. Thunk. You, during those days, it was nice to have someone who would look after me when I was at my lowest. That's, honestly, more valuable than any philosophy. She smiles at you. Oh, Ruth sits back.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Ruth is there for me, so it
Yeah.
made living in the city way better.
Hey, you said it was bad back then. What, when the two of us died, she sort of jumps in. Willow, you feel a pang go through your chest.
Ooh.
How was it when we were gone? Riddle, like, looks back. Oh, right, yeah, I had 2 really bad years. She throws another rock at the train. Sorry about that, Red. She, like, looks back over. I learned from it, I guess. Willow. Ugh. This spreads through your gut like a fire a little bit. What did you miss while you were gone?
Everything.
Riddle reaches down and picks up another rock. Yeah, so, I do my best to adjust day by day now. For the most part, I count on everyone around me to provide the context. I can usually figure it out for myself, but a lot of the shape and texture sort of disappear. Upshot is, those 2 bad years, not that clear a memory. She throws another rock. She actually reaches over and then pulls out a book, and she shows it to all of you. Here's what the modern day looks like. You notice that everything is ordered. Don't look at the bottom of the page, it's embarrassing. She starts to shift through page after page after page and moves to the beginning of the book. And you notice, back then, the writing gets increasingly frustrated and entire pages are just inked black, where Riddle just got upset and scratched the entire thing out. Like I said, I handled it less well back then.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah,
Riddle writes in her book before she loses the memories, correct?
correct.
I'd like to smell the book.
Give me 2 rolls to do.
This feels important. So I'm gonna die first.
Ooh, yes, of course.
Oh.
Yeah?
Give me another. Okay. You smell the book, and Basil, you get an ironclad confirmation of Riddle's, I guess, life strategy at this point. It's very divergent from your own, but smelling the book and smelling Riddle, identical. One to the other. Riddle so firmly believes in this as a method to remember and rebuild her life. This doesn't smell like a different person. This doesn't smell like a different person on every page. It smells like Riddle's philosophy through and through. She will live every day as they come. For you, Basil, whenever you lose those memories, another self of yours dies. For Riddle, whenever those memories drift away with her mind, the proof that she is still here, that she is still standing, is contained within this book. For you, it is a mournful thing. For Riddle, it is proof that she survived.
I would like to push further.
Oh, how so?
Using my evolved ESP.
Ooh, lovely.
I'm going to remove one of my worldviews.
Ooh, yeah! Let's go, baby!
How about number 10?
Yeah! Let's go, baby! And the crowd goes fucking wild!
I would like to. What am I trying to do here? The issue is there is a difference between reading one's own experiences, even though the body remembers, right? I would like to embody that experience so that she can understand how she felt.
Oh. Excellent. Perfect. Basil, you lock in this lesson, and you willingly decide to do the very thing that Riddle is asking of all of her colleagues. You just decide to honor her wishes and her best way of living. You lock it in as a part of yourself. You are now accommodating for this person. It feels good.
Feels good.
Riddle, like, sort of arcs back and she's gonna toss another rock. It misses the train entirely.
She's rocked.
She's like, Ruth's like, I mean, we're here now, but I don't know if that changes anything. I mean, like, OPIA is so different. Riddle, like, blinks a few times. Aren't you the one that said you avoid strong emotions with that formless style of yours? Sounding kind of defeatist right now. She reaches down and picks up another rock and silently hits the side of the train with it.
Well, yeah, OPIA is different, but I feel like it's better. There's a lot more people. It's a lot less sad.
Oh, yeah, objectively speaking, I'm not living in a closet and shivering and shaking 90% of the days.
The room's so big now.
Riddle, boom! Slams through!
Why is there so many 20s on rock?
Through the door. She's like, no, things are going a lot better, but at the same time, a lot of this is because expressly we fought for it, and I've got a lot of considerate people around me. And all of that is a lot of work. Consistent work. She prods Ruth again. You follow what I'm saying? Fine. Fine. Sure. Fine. Okay. She sort of picks herself up. Okay. We're gonna go find my stupid brother.
Good
luck,
luck,
you
throw a rock
guys.
at him.
Yeah, I will.
You know how to swim, right?
Yeah.
If anything goes bad, lunch is on me.
Okay. And if it goes good, lunch is on me. I love having a big salary now. Walks off down in that direction. Riddle, like, turns around and is like, here's hoping that goes well, I guess.
I think it'll go something.
She, like, looks over at Basil. That was some solid philosophy. You adding more chapters to the book?
I don't know. I feel like writing a book about stuff I haven't experienced doesn't really help much.
I mean,
Riddle. It's interesting, but...
Well, you can write a book about how you changed other people.
Riddle smiles.
Like applied science.
Honestly, not a bad idea. Riddle, like, looks over to Willow, and she's like, I've been meaning to ask you something. Probably better that Ruth's gone now.
Oh, is it something bad?
No, I'm just a point of curiosity. Are you pushing yourself at all, Willow? For the jugular.
Oh,
hold on. Well, how do you define pushing yourself, really?
So you've been performing basically like honestly Herculean feat after feat. You lifted a train, you've defeated death itself. I want to know that all of this bravado you're experiencing are you taking joy in it. Like, it'd take a huge load off my mind if I knew you were just Willow going out there and kicking ass, but there's a really, really fine line between playing the hero because you like it and playing the hero because you feel like you need to. Or maybe you owe it to someone.
Oh, man, Riddle, you don't make this easy. Now I understand how Ruth feels.
I'm sorry. I have
The attack has shifted.
I'm sorry, I've had similar experiences.
Willow kind of slides down. It's complicated. I do enjoy, like, you know, fighting and stressful things, but it gets at you, like, bit by bit.
You're a hunter, right, Willow?
Yeah,
So by nature, your job is to deal in unpleasant things for the sake of survival, correct?
basically, that's what I gotta do.
Do you feel at some point that directly confronting the death that you had dwelled in before, is that not unnatural? Is it not taxing on your soul?
It's
Oh.
very taxing. Every time I fight, I think back to the time I died. And I know that I died because I wasn't strong enough. I couldn't lift that train. I couldn't punch back against that guy. I couldn't fight death. So now I gotta do it. I have to do it.
Right. And you find yourself in this situation where you're the star. Everybody looks at you and you can't show weakness, because if you're weak, then who does anybody have to look up to?
Gosh, why are you so good at this suddenly?
I don't know. Have you had a breakthrough today?
Oh my god. Well, Riddle is okay. Riddle, hold on. Drop. You about to be cringe? Yes.
Cringe.
You are around you're around the concrete barrier, and she puts her arms like around the back of your head and is like, I know this is easier said than done, but there are a lot of strong people here who believe they need to be radiant, and I think that's admirable of them. Hiding your weakness so that you inspire confidence of others is just a way to reduce the fear in the world, to give them more hope. She sort of smiles, but the big thing I've learned with not only my condition, but the people around is showing others weakness and giving them a chance to care for you back isn't... It isn't a problem. It gives them additional ways for them to support you. If you stand completely alone, if you keep everyone at arm's length, even in your power, you're actually limiting the number of ways for others to help you. You're, to some extent, my strength. Someone wise a while ago said, well, in that case, let me be yours too. If there's a vulnerability, I'll help clear it up. Don't feel like you've gotta fight just because... how do I say this? She stops and then pats the top of your head. Willow, I think you should forgive yourself for letting that person die. The last you. And I know that's easier said than done. She starts patting you repeatedly. And if you can't do it, that's fine. Because, I can help take care of it. I can mourn that person with you.
And even if you can't, find the people that you can be vulnerable with. You don't have to be strong for us. We already know you're strong. Show your pain. and then she winds up and she headbutts her in the nose with all of her might.
But like physically retracting.
but I don't want to leave y'all alone. Willow puts you.
Riddle's like, I know I just said that I'd be here to support you. Please don't headbutt me.
Hazel winds up again and
No.
no, not Riddle, not Riddle. Yeah, she headbutts Willow again, and she says, "Well, then I won't leave either, and then you don't have to worry about it."
Riddle's like, hey, Willow, even if you left me alone, even if our time together's fleeting, the experiences we've had won't fade. That'll last forever.
Like scars on a knife.
Scars on a knife. Hey, a superstar leaves their mark, right?
Willow wipes her tears away. I really love you guys. You guys are great.
Riddle leans in. She's like, Riddle leans in and hugs you back, and she's like, okay, little headbutt.
Be gentle. She's delicate.
Riddle reels back and fuck way harder than she honestly should.
Pretty good.
Headbutts you in the forehead. And you all spend the rest of the evening there.
Oh yeah, I was fucking kidnapped.
You're walking away with, this one. She sort of like moves ahead. She's like, okay, let's get you out of here. Like she's on a mission.
I don't need you to escort me out of here.
Okay, then in that case, you're escorting me.
Okay.
She starts to walk. She like bounces on her feet. How are you feeling compared to the other day? I mean,
About the same.
about the same. No, I mean before the whole this.
The what?
You know,
What?
when you're back at the dojo.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's different.
Better, worse.
I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's worse. Feels like more of the same a little bit, just different kind of suffering.
Right. She's sort of like, I wish I knew something magic to say here.
Oh, it's fine. You can't find magical words for everything.
I know a few. She moves her way over here.
Look. Yeah, the dojo sucked, but I didn't exactly come back on my own terms.
Yeah.
Just how it is. Living without Formless is different. I can't see as much as I used to. It's hindered me, but also enabled me in other ways. I
Yeah.
can express myself, but is this expression something I'll always have? When I gain my flame back, will it just be back to the normal old me? There's a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainties. Everything about that is just how it is.
But theoretically, in the moment, you could express yourself more.
Yeah.
Okay. About those magic words, folds her hands, thinks deeply. Think fast? Give me a roll to die. You duck low as something whizzes overhead. Ah, shit! Mike, you narc! Ruth strolls up behind. Good luck. She pats you on the shoulder and then walks off. So much for needing an escort. Ruth just like walks up. Hey. Good to see you again. This is awkward. I'm sorry for not seeing you the other day. Fidget.
That's fine.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you were good.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you?
About as good as you can be after dying.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. So we're both at OPIA now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Why?
Uh uh I guess I'd rather have you around than not.
No, why are you working at OPIA?
Oh. She like sort of sighs. Someone help me out. I sort of feel like I owe them.
Who?
Uh she holds out a hand and summons her sword. Thunks down into the ground. This guy.
Sort of Hope.
Yeah.
So that's why?
She like looks back and forth. I spent a while down there. It was my only company. I wanna Ace, we spent our entire lives being handed weapons by other people to save the world. I wanna show that they can. The same as before. I wanna show that all this formless stuff was worth it.
It doesn't have to be worth it.
I want it to be.
He's gonna walk away.
Ruth similarly walks away in the opposite direction. At the center of the world. Let me get the right music. Ace, you and Theo approach the Queen's throne. My lady, I've brought them. Excellent. Thank you, Golden Knight. Moves off to the side. So, Ace Galatine.
So, Queen.
Of Flames. The head angles slightly. How have you enjoyed your stay so far?
Well, one of your people threw me in a cage, and the other one threw me in a trash compactor, so, you know, not really the most hospitable place.
Looks over to the Golden Knight. The Golden Knight looks back. You can tell they're communicating to some extent, but the exact nature of what's happening is silent.
Your butler's nice.
You see, slightest smile from this one over here. Currently, you're the prisoner of the Golden Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Technically here as a guest of the Court of Instrumentality.
So I've been told.
Are you enjoying this arrangement?
No.
Looks over to the Golden Knight.
Anyone who said they'd enjoy this arrangement would be crazy.
Sighs. And here I was hoping you would be a little bit crazy. Huh? Nectar looks over.
Despite what people may think, I'm not crazy like everyone else. I don't want to deal with this end of the world stuff. Just want to be left
Really?
alone. But sadly, I can't be left alone.
The queen lets out a light laugh. Really?
Yes.
She sort of leans forward, metal creaking against that great throne. That is rich. Not due to your own intentions, I assure you, but due to the legacy of being an Escalatine.
Yeah.
Being left alone is the only guarantee. The only guaranteed future that can never happen for you.
Starting to figure that out.
Does this arrangement upset you?
Yeah. Of course it does.
It was one of your predecessors that forged an arrangement like this with the Court of Compulsion.
Well, I think all my predecessors are dumb, so...
She turns her hands over and she's like, she turns her hands over for a moment and she's like, I was about to contradict you and say that a few of them have been interesting, but no, I think I'd agree with that assessment. She folds her hands. So, with this state of things, there is a lasting, lingering question that I am fascinated by. This, primarily, is why you're here. What happens if an Escalatine persists from this world to the next? Do you become a sad, shallow shell of yourself? Or do you become something else? I'm fascinated by that idea. One iota.
I mean, if you look at Decca, I think you have your answer.
She, sort of nods. In that case, I think the purpose behind your stay is somewhat redundant. The Golden Knight speaks up. What do you mean? After all, if you're here and your only goal is to be left alone, why not allow him that? What? Your only desire is to separate yourself from this conflict, correct?
Yes.
You believe yourself to be of sound mind. You're not crazy like the rest of us, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if I told you the only path to true freedom is by leaning headlong into that insanity? You can choose. You can exist forever. She holds up one finger. Running from the destiny that you yourself have embraced. Maintaining every last shred of sanity that you have. Forever the victim to be kicked around by the whims of fate. Or the alternative. She puts up her other hand. You can embrace what's always been boiling under the surface. You can acknowledge one simple fact about yourself that will make all of this so much easier. She leans in, folding her hands. You want something. You want something more than to slink away with your tail between your legs. I can sense it burning inside of you.
Yes.
She leans back. What is it?
Hiding to escape your fate isn't true freedom. Suffocating drains the life out of you And it's nothing more than just a fake existence. Pretending that everything's okay and that I can escape it all when I know at my doorstep all of you are waiting for any chance, any little thing to just drag me back in. As much as I wish I could just ignore the world and just live my life, sadly, this world is something I share with other people like you. What I want, more than anything, is just a world without you in it.
She leans back. And a deep and resounding laugh moves throughout the room.
I want
And that.
a world after the apocalypse. I want this world to survive afterwards, where I can look at it and know that I'm actually safe, that I don't have to hide and I can actually freely do what I want to do. A world where I can call Riddle Arendite an idiot for thinking that it would just end like that.
The throne lights up in the background. She puts down one of her fingers. Running and hiding isn't an option. She holds out a hand. In that case, I remember a while ago, you extended your hand to me once. Do so again. You want a path to a world that doesn't have us in it? I can offer you that. She raises one of her palms. There is a spot in our court if you'd take it. A new mantle. An Ascalatine as our 7th pyromancer.
A spot?
It's nothing as grand as being able to influence policy or anything. She leans back on the throne. It's a role I believe only you can fill. A
Man.
role that whether or not you choose to drive a knife into my back, you will still perform a function that will create the world that mutually all of us want.
Man. Feels really good that there's a spot that I didn't have to replace someone to get.
Oh, Theo's smile actually sort of widens for a moment.
Are you really stupid enough to do that, Queen?
Are you stupid enough to take it? You feel a slight smile from behind the mask.
You know more than anything. I don't have the option. What are you gonna do? Return me to my body?
The thought had briefly crossed my mind, but you're significantly more useful in this role.
He's just gonna look back at Theo and just kind of like see what Theo's kind of reaction is.
Theo looks over at you like she's giving you a. Theo opens her mouth for a second and speaks in front of the queen. Her first words of active dissent. Though it may not seem like it, you always have an option.
People
The
keep saying
queen.
that.
The queen's eyes move over to Theo. Oh. You've grown significantly more bold. Yes, my queen. She sort of says with a smile on her face.
It's a boy.
Turns over. You feel Theo's entire expression freeze in the background. The queen. Oh.
Yeah. Look. Ugh. I know Theo says there's always an option, but I've had many people always say there's always an option. I don't have to go out there to save my sister. Someone else can do it. I can always just go out and hide and live my normal life. It's fine. Someone else will handle it. But at the end of the day, no one's handled it yet. So, if you're so confident and you can give me this sort of power and that it won't destroy every single one of you in here, that my wish is just to make sure your wishes don't come true, then that's fine. You're just like the Golden Knight and you're just like everyone else. Constantly underestimating people like me, Willow, Riddle, and all the other people in OPIA. So I'll take your hand. But just know, this is a deal you can't back out from, and the hell you brought into here is your own to deal with.
She reaches her hand forward. You can feel the smile. I hope, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, that you can provide me with a section of hell that burns hot enough for the burden you are about to bear. She takes your hand, and you feel fire ignite through your body. The seal on your arm fully unleashing itself, and you feel your flame burgeon with power. It boils throughout your body, growing in strength. Well then, in that case, let's all welcome our 7th pyromancer. Pyromancer of laughter. She gestures with her hand. Oh, shit. Nectar's eyes open. We'll need to get you a stranger, and your duties are very specific. I don't expect you to work with the rest of us. Your job exists independently of all that. She folds her hands.
At the end of the day, I was gonna do that anyways, so...
She smiles. Well then, in that case, we'll need to get you a stranger and prepare you for a journey into the old world. Or maybe you should interact with the surface more. Our options are now many, and there are so many people you need to help, Pyromancer.
Well... as long as they aren't you, then I'm fine with it.
She leans back. Perfect. I'm the only one? I don't believe you're physically capable of helping. She gestures with her hand. Be on your way.
Well, he just kind of waves as he leaves. It's gonna be a pleasure working with you, buddy.
Theo's like, hey, earlier, she pauses and bounces. You said you couldn't smile, right?
No.
Well, I don't know how to put it. You're smiling now. The flame flickers out in front of your mask. You exit the hall and walk your way out into the derelict. Back here. Okay, we sure that was a good idea? Nectar says, turning around. Like, scale... What are you working on? Scale 1 to 10. How bad an idea was that? Like, immediately moves forward. Actually, sorry, I'm not supposed... Court is officially in session. Golden Knight, go on your way. Go on your way. Gestures. Golden Knight's like, fine. Sort of leaves. You know, listen to that guy. He's like, obviously, he's like, he's gonna try to kill you. You get that, right? Starts visibly shaking the queen on her throne. Like I said, I'm eagerly anticipating it. What? Why? Call it a way to assuage a guilty conscience. What? The pyromancer of laughter. The burden that he bears is rather unique. Even if he should leave our number one day, he will still perform his duties, from now to the last. My own existence, his own existence, and whoever wins this war, he follows a higher calling. What? He'll clean the world for the victor. She leans back in the chair. Reality needs a janitor, after all. Darkness settles. Somewhere else in the world? This will take 1 second. Someone works their way back in through the front gate. Having spent the whole day either in bed, running out, escorting Ace back, extricating herself from an awkward conversation, watching another awkward conversation, and she is drained. She sort of moves back in. As everyone greets Mike, new number one, camera floating around, she musters up to the best of her ability that same smile that just barely ekes its way out from somewhere buried deep inside of her. She offers a light wave and starts to walk away, moving deeper into OPIA. She moves her way over into... She moves her way over to the elevator eventually, locks in place, and the second she's left in darkness, the smile begins to fade again. Exhaustion spreading throughout Mike's body. Same old room, face first, head down. She exhales hard into the bed frame itself, sending a rumble throughout the entire thing. She lightly rolls over on her back and looks at the ceiling, just waiting for the time to pass. Everyone else is out. Realistically speaking, she should absolutely be out there with them, but... She thinks to herself, what is she doing? There's only so much time left in the world, and she's spending it here? When her body feels too heavy to move, eyes too heavy to open. The rest of the night's gonna pass this way. You can feel it. But at least right now, doesn't really seem like her body's giving her a choice. There's a knock on the door. As Mike's concept of forgetting, Mike's memory sort of fades, blanking on the moment. What was she doing today? Right, there was something, but it's... The knocking intensifies. Yeah, I'm coming. She stands up. Yeah, I'm coming! She rushes over, hits the release on the door, and it slowly opens. The figure in the doorway moves in. Oh, hey, Argos. Moves his way inside, and the door slams shut. It's not actually. I have a lot to tell you. Theo's mouth slides open. Hey Theo, what's up? Right. Well, a bunch of things have happened on the derelict, but, She looks close at Mike. Yeah, what's up? You've been crying. Argos gets a little bit closer. Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's weird when you're in his body and doing this. Okay, derelict stuff can wait. What was the original plan for today? I was gonna show you around. Go on a date or something? Yes! Okay, that's what we're doing right now. I don't really want to go out right now. I'm a little tired. Oh, okay. Then I'll wait. She blinks. Yeah, no, it's fine. I've got all the time in the world. I can wait wherever. She blinks. Mike's like, reaches out, grabs Theo's hand, feels a connection, reading her mind, and is like, oh. Looks over at this girl, who, for most of her time, spent it trapped away at in a room on the far side of reality. No outside contact, nothing. Without blinking, she quietly and immediately offered up not only her time, but basically her plans for the day to just quietly sit. Mike blinks. Huh. You're a really interesting one. Moves away. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit for a bit. That good? I know the amusement park's gonna close and everything. We don't have to go there. I don't even know what that is. Theo sits down. Mike sort of gets to work. She's like, okay. You could probably hear the song in my heart, right? Nope, lost that ability. Mike blinks a few times. Don't need that necessarily to see when someone's hurting. I'd be a pretty worthless muse if I couldn't tell that. Argos sits and bounces his legs, sitting on the couch. Mike looks away. Yeah, just give me like 20 minutes. 20 minutes and I'll be good. It's fine if it's longer. Theo remains sitting in the corner, and bit by bit, Mike feels a little bit of that draw itself backwards. Ace. You find yourself to a place that you promised you'd walked away from. Ruth more definitively has left this location. She's gone. You look around, some part of you was calling you back to this spot. Maybe it's because this is where you tested your willpower. Maybe it's because maybe it's because you still had things left unsettled. Two masters of Formless meeting head to head, and not a single word or intention was shared between the two of you. That felt unsatisfying. But the person that you see there isn't Ruth. Someone else who, lightly waves, go.
Oh, damn.
Damn? What?
Not like damn as in oh, damn, it's you. It's just like,
you're
damn.
upset? Yeah, you're upset it's me.
No. I'm just like, damn, you're out here this late?
There was a lot of crying and hugging and headbutting. I'm a little wobbly.
Yeah, there was a lot of avoiding crying, hugging, and headbutting for me.
Oh, I see. Huh. So, she sort of looks over at you. Things didn't go good with Ruth?
No.
She sits against the edge of the train car.
I don't think they went bad. I don't think they went good either. It was just average. I don't know. She said some things. I said some things. I think it's progress for her. That's fine.
Progress for you?
It's hard to gauge progress. For yourself, at least.
Yeah, kind of know that feeling.
Yeah.
She looks over. Any of it set in yet?
What exactly?
Your condition, how things are going.
It's one condition switching out with another.
She nods. Familiar sensation. Never really feels real.
Yeah. It's, he just kind of shrugs and looks at Riddle, shitty existence.
She, smiles. That how you're dealing with it?
I mean, you make do.
You do.
That's all you really can do.
Sheer force of will for you, then?
I mean, it hasn't failed me yet, really.
She smiles at you, actually.
If it didn't have sheer force of will, I'd be a corpse right now.
Yeah, that's true. She, sort of, taps her feet in the sand. Just hey, said something weird to you the other day.
Uh-huh.
Or I guess I wanted to. She pulls out her book and slides it over to you. There's a phrase here. If you can't cry for yourself, I'll be the one that cries for you. She sort of repeatedly taps the piece of paper. That's less helpful than I think it is, isn't it?
You were upset the other day.
Yeah.
You walked off, and, you know, people were like, well, she's upset, and I said, well, someone has to be.
She takes the book back and actually rewrites the sentence. And then shows it to you again. I'm upset someone hurt my friend. I think that's a little more honest.
Yeah. Who hurt your friend and who's your friend?
Oh, yeah. Qualifiers. God, I would have lost the specificity. She like leans over and writes down, I am upset that cosmically my friend Askeletine was hurt by, and she like writes that in full detail. Okay, there we go. Thanks.
Yeah. Me too.
She goes quiet and like sort of like hugs her knees for a sec. She's like looks over, sort of stops, starts laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just seeing you sitting here and being so smiley, it's nice.
Yeah.
I know that's a messed up thing to say, but it's nice.
Like I said, trading one condition for another.
Hmm.
It's cursed existence.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to express yourself, but it's not nice thinking that one day I might not be able to express myself again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, Hey, I know this is kind of a ludicrous promise, but I figured I'd offer.
Yeah, an offer?
Yeah. Let's call it a deal.
Mhm.
She holds out her hand to you.
You have to say the deal first.
Fine. I want your help with something.
Remember what we said about, like, specifics?
I'm getting there. It's just a little embarrassing, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The world that I'm fighting for, I think I figured it out. Took a lot of perspective and a lot of people, but I want to make a world where everyone who's hurt can live and heal from those wounds.
So you don't think we're already lost?
She shakes her head no. Realistically speaking, our chances are bad. Our world state is terrible. Our elements are weak. We don't have an army, but...
Mm-hmm. We have a willow.
We do. And I'd be happy to have you too. I want to make a promise. It's not one that I can hand out to everyone, but I think in this case, I want to try. I want to make it to the other side of this. Make a world where you can call me an idiot for thinking it was all lost at some point. I want to make a world where you can live without needing to be afraid.
I'd do anything for that.
She smiles and holds her hand out.
I mean, it's not like I have any other option, right?
No, I think I'd chase you to the ends of hell.
And you don't have to wait until the other end of this apocalypse for me to call you an idiot. So,
you reach out and take Riddle's hand. Nothing changes. Same cursed existence as always, but at least right now, the person you're cursed with is looking at you with a smile that barely chokes back tears. And that'll be the end of this session. Good work, everyone!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's fucking go, baby!
God.
ah, fuck.
Fuck it, we ball.
Oh, fuck it,
Fucking
we
we
ball!
Ah, fuck.
Chan is crying.
Ah! next week we'll be back. We'll be back with good old Argos, a brand new operation, and yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens with their brand new pyromancer, etc.
He's the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby.
The Joshster.
I'm the helper.
I'm the
The
helpster.
helpster.
Dude, Cam hitting you with, I think you're romanticizing your own pain, and Basil being like, thank you for giving me this tool. Immediately turns around and chases Ruth's ass down.
Like a flamethrower.
Basically like spitting facts because Cam just gave her the fucking information.
I was like, oh, I think I get everything now.
My beloved little sister who I love so much. Basil was like, oh, I get it. Ruth.
Y'all did so good. Chat, I hope you had a good time. We'll do bonds at the start of next session. We've got fan art.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
Shit. God, slow down, dude. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Gotta go fast.
Alright. First off, from Dungeon Master Zero. Yeah.
Nice.
I love Dungeon Master Zero's like thing for every session. It's
Yeah.
actually a thing.
Oh god, the cement mixer. Yeah. And then,
Oh,
Hatsune Miku.
goodness.
oh, it's Hatsune Mike.
Do you feel the aura? Good giveaway. God.
Do you feel the danger?
yeah. Insultant form of a vague impending doom. I give you a confident retort about your lack of success.
The Golden Knight is certainly following the formula. Yo!
Yeah.
Oh,
For Barshine.
Varshine, that's so good.
Sitting on that rock.
Sitting on the rock, getting sick.
A transparent one to put Riddle anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
put her anywhere.
Sit her on any rock.
Oh,
Michael.
Oh, no.
Michael phone. Oh,
Transparent Michael phone to put her anywhere.
Michael phone. You could put her anywhere.
You can put her in your
Oh,
pocket.
yeah, and then it's like, yes, I'm going to stand on top of these stairs, you fuck.
No, hold on. Get into the position. The GM worked very hard on this.
Yeah,
Stay there. Don't move.
Me
Don't move.
fucking recentering myself.
Yeah, bless you.
Hot dead place, damn. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna find you. Yeah.
Find you.
It was fun.
How about this weather? Hot dead ace. Now with extra baggage. Oh, God. Not even the start, bro.
That sure was this session.
Yeah.
Yo, sick as fuck.
Yeah.
With the microphone
totally.
flame.
The microphone flame and the riddle and the
Sword in the riddle.
Yeah.
That's where you should keep your sword.
You ran across the city and threw yourself into the water, but was the Benny Hill music necessary?
Yeah, I'm an actor.
Well, you could have totally killed me.
Yeah.
Yo!
Wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah.
there
Wow.
it
And
is!
this is the Sea Gazer based off of the design that Roma made. So
Yeah.
I need to actually draw a real reference for Sea Gazer eventually.
Lisa
Yeah.
Denny's talking.
Ace.
Lace.
Lace.
She stopped. She's like, this is great.
Lace.
Lace.
Vase.
Base.
Lace. Space. Mace.
Mace?
Base.
Base. Let's say mace.
Because I'm not doing a murder things. You left me with her and thought I'd kill her? I jumped out of a moving train for Riddle.
I'm like-
Kill?
It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
That wasn't even flame level low. He was just killed.
No, it's just tripping.
Say no.
So
Yeah.
no.
Nice.
Bro, we got wet.
Basil.
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 Basil Genesis, Basil Gellion, episode 8.
Yeah!
Yeah, that was it.
Brennan,
That's what it was.
I shake your hand.
We did it.
We
did
freaking
Evangelion.
did it. We did it.
Yeah, Basil fighting
Oh.
Basil, and then we got Basil holding Ace.
Aw, my baby. I love how Basil's size can go up or down.
Yeah.
Basil again.
Because she's a baby.
Yeah, there we go.
There's Basil getting
Basil's engaging with other people, it's like big Basil, but the second people drop Basil with Cam, it's little
Yeah.
Basil.
Baby.
I mean, just say no is my catchphrase. And then we got
Yo,
Lovely.
Suck
The
shit.
lighting.
Oh, that's so good.
Shows the scene now. Catch me hiding his abs.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That was the session.
Oh, that was the
Screaming
one
and
who struggled the
crying.
most.
Yeah. Yo!
Ace with the pipe.
With the pipe.
Pipe.
This is my ass cooking out. Body room? Take him to the body room.
Take them to the body room. Everyone, body room?
Everybody was so fine with that.
Ace was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We've talked about the body room before, guys.
Ace was gone for a fucking few months, man.
Nobody tells Basil anything.
You guys went around when we were telling people about the body room.
As much of a doctor as a
soft drink is Dr. Verona.
I'd sip.
I heard my name riddle. What did you do?
Oh
Let
my
me catch
God.
my breath. That little exchange with everyone was one of my favorites.
Weird Cam Yankovic. Everything you know is wrong.
You know?
Sorry he hit you with a rock.
The Ruth mug
Ah, the Ruth mug, wonderful.
when she was a mugger.
What did she do as a mugger? Ah, the three heads of
Cerberus.
Cerberus, yes.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, that
Dream machine,
rules.
That's great.
That's a lovely style.
Round 2. The train won that time. I'm
The
sorry.
train one, yeah.
Yeah, cheese fries.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Jesus
gotta
Christ.
eat cheese fries now.
You're in denial.
Yo,
Yeah.
sick.
You know what I liked about this episode?
What's that?
There was a lot of mirroring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It's like
reflecting.
sucking.
Some sort of reflecting.
Yeah.
At the rave.
Back
Like
at
at
the
the station one day, so I was really bad at managing it.
Yeah, Willow doesn't pay your credit cards. Someone at OPIA has to do this.
Yeah. No, Riddle does it. She's mostly good at this.
Pause.
Oh.
She didn't cry at all. She cried.
Sorry,
She
to the lake.
did a lot.
God,
There she goes in the
wish-
lake.
Ruth wished she was sent to the lake.
Yeah, God. I didn't handle it well.
Um,
Oh.
Cam.
Where's Stub?
Basil was a gun.
Want to
Wanna
You just have to load her.
Yes.
Cam, like, descending from the sky like a god,
Please be gentle with me.
bestowing Basil with the infinite wisdom.
Yeah.
The Rizless and the Cementless.
Oh, God.
As impressive as you are no whole guy. Oh, Schlublo.
Yup.
Nobody-
Yo,
half a star the lowest possible.
This is so funny.
Horrible service. They threw me in a cage and they put me in a garbage compactor and just left me there. One of the managers had to get me out of there, and the owner just goes, "Well, that's your issue." You should remove yourself now.
No.
I missed you.
Oh,
if
God,
only.
the pain though.
If only.
Yeah!
Oh, look.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Yeah!
How introducing your newest pyromancer, the Jester A Skeleton.
A skeleton.
Yeah.
The pyromancer of laughter.
I'm the clown. Hong Kong. Wait, circus?
Circus, oh God.
Getting fucking
Looking cool,
flashbacks.
Joker.
Bottom text.
Bottom.
Yo,
Yeah.
sick!
Nice.
She may be a Galatine, but man, her Riz says otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willow,
Oh.
mourn the hero you once were.
You what?
Oh,
Damn,
God.
bro!
Bars. Why
Damn.
bars?
Oh, what the fuck?
From Dungeon
Oh.
Zero. And let me refresh and make sure there was more things.
Gotta love how this is the depression in Gurn.
Everyone in OPIA is a little depressed. It comes with the territory of knowing the world is ending.
You know.
Lighten up, gamers.
Literally,
It
the
seems
weight of the world does a thing to a
you guys,
motherfucker.
you guys
I
know
love
what you
an
guys
ear.
should need?
What's that?
Clown. Some sort of pyromancer of laughter.
Some sort of janitor to clean up this mess.
The mystery date
Mystery
game.
Date game. Oh my god.
Fargos. Surprise.
Sad Mike. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
Why did she have a
That's
gun?
She was walking in with a paddle to spank him.
She's walking in with the ace killers
Oh.
on the stream and immediately getting you TOS'd.
Yeah, Dutch vs. Zero.
Oh, fucking sick as hell. The
The
Joker.
Joker.
Oh my god.
Oh, lovely.
Please! Oh
Oh,
my life!
fuck. God.
Oh,
Alright.
we killing it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Peak fiction? Peak
Peak
fiction?
fiction? Peak fiction?
fiction?
Peak
And only bangers.
Peak fiction, only bangers?
Yeah.
Only bangers.
Thank you all for coming out. I'd like to remind you that if you want to support the Peak Fiction, obviously a lot of you already subbed, but if you want to support us more and get like some other content like seeing all of Ace's gifts, seeing other stuff, check out the Patreon. It's a good way to support us all. And on top of that, if you just want to spread around the video, tell your friends and stuff, we have a YouTube where you can subscribe to. Check out this VOD next day. Like it, comment. I forgot to ask the guy YouTube comment section what question they want, so just I don't know, say anything.
Also-
Say anything.
Also, if you want to see some interesting lore designs are going up on my Patreon right now that you might be interested in if you want to see
Interesting.
Yeah.
specific
some
characters like, I don't know, the
lore.
God of Humanity.
No, God of Humanity does have a design. You
Yeah.
can go see it.
And then also on top of it, if you want to talk about this show with other people who like to talk about the show, and we will see it occasionally, you can join the Discord. It's really good in there. Thumbs up. But yeah.
But
I
yeah,
believe that's it. God, good work today, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
fucking
I
job.
hope you have a fantastic evening. See you again next week.
Yeah. Later.
Later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.